searching for you. I'm still searching for you. From dirt to the sky, I'm still searching for you.
Hey, hello everybody out there in YouTube land. This is your t-shirted historian coming at you on a Tuesday night. And how is everybody doing out there in YouTube land? And some of y'all wonder why I call it YouTube land, and that is because being a historian, way back when in old California, Hollywood was originally called Hollywood Land. Well, the land part got taken off, but we were still left with Hollywood, and the name has kind of stuck. And I personally kind of consider YouTube to be like a second Hollywood of sorts, because certainly it is a new media for aspiring creators to share with folks out there. And Hollywood actually doesn't like YouTube, so I almost consider it like warring kingdoms, I suppose. You know, we have YouTube land versus Hollywood land. So there you go. Well, I've got some panelists to introduce right here. I have the lovely Rebecca, who has been long absent from the show. How are you doing, Rebecca?
Hi. That's all I got.
I'll take it you're tired.
Dude, it's been a day. It's been a month, but it has definitely been a day.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about you and your shop here in a little bit. And Animaine, my main man, what are you doing? How are you?
Man, I am doing great. Glad to be back on the show. Can't wait to chop it up about whatever's been going on, whatever craziness, madness out here in Geekland, and talking about tattoo shops and everything. I can't wait, man. Definitely glad to be back.
All right. Well, we are running a little. We're early. We're early as hell. Mr. Troy Torres, who I know you guys were all here to see, is actually in the process of getting home and getting himself unwound and stuff. So we're gonna give him a little time to get himself settled before we go on, because we have so many other cool things we can talk about. Because I like to keep it kind of positive on this show. So that's why I have brought on this next person who is definitely negative. We have Gary from Pop Culture Minefield.
I'm a very negative person, man. I can't stand shit.
How was your game, dude?
I got stuck. I've been following, because I'm following the walkthrough and all of its instructions. And I got to Hysteria. It's the Blade Runner 1997 game. So I got to the arcade, and the little replicant girl's supposed to be there, and she's not there. I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? So I just went on over to the bars. Taffy Lewis is on the line. Hi, Rebecca. And did you see I played videos of yours on Friday? I played those videos and talked about you.
I did. I saw. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I cried.
No, you silly thing. You're so silly. But I got stuck, and I couldn't figure out how to get into the back room, the champagne room.
Ooh.
At the bar. I kept getting kicked out. The bouncer kept throwing me out, and I'm like, fuck it. It's an hour. I'm done. I'm gonna have to go consult the walkthrough and figure out where I went wrong, and probably replay a whole section of it.
And Squeaka says she'll be your replica girl. No, my dear. No, my dear. That's no.
Well, the bad news for today for me, the negative, is that Norm Macdonald died.
Yes.
And he is
very sad.
My number one favorite comedian of the last 30 years. And number 2 favorite comedian of all time, after Don Rickles.
Wow, that's a hell of a statement right there.
I used to walk around and I was doing impressions of him before I even knew who he was. I'd walk around talking to him. Hey, with you, there you are, you know, and then somebody says you're talking like Norm Macdonald, and it's like back in actually '89. So when I was in the army, I started watching his stand up, and I'm like, this guy's fucking hilarious, and he's so above like other comedians because he plays on a very esoteric and thoughtful level that you have to actually stop and think about what he just said to realize just how funny it was.
Oh, wow. And
But he
according
had
to Zach,
cancer.
yeah, he did. Zach says,
Yeah.
you kept asking this girl to let him in the back door. It was kind of awkward. Yeah, it's come on now.
Oh, in the game?
Zach,
Yeah, it was
yeah, in
really
the game,
weird.
yeah.
Let me in the back door. I went in the back door. I'm a back door kind of guy.
Well, I mean, if that's the way you like it, I don't kink shame anybody, but what can I say?
So, but I don't think I've met Animaine.
Yeah, this is Animaine. He is awesome on
Yeah.
the Twitters.
I made my the Weekend Geek debut. I want to say 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah.
Oh, outstanding.
Yep.
Yeah, that was when I was, oh my God, what a nightmare week for me. I missed, 3 weeks of doing the show.
Yeah.
And,
Although I think Grim is lapping you now. Poor
Ah,
Grim.
Yeah, but
We'll talk about him.
Man. Yeah, we'll talk later. But yeah, Norm Macdonald's gone. It's a huge, huge loss. I was dumbstruck when I saw
Yeah.
him. Like, no fucking way. He's only 61. But then I found out, oh my gosh, bad Latino Polly says, backdoor Gary. I support you.
Backdoor Gary.
Love you, Polly.
Hey, Paulie, if you want up here on the panel, you're welcome to it. You know that, right?
Hey, Polly, I'm going to be stealing from you. I like the way you do your retrospectives, and I'm close friends with Frank LaLoggia, the director of Lady in White, one of the best ghost story films of the '80s. And I've invited him to come on the show. He's agreed, but I'm looking to invite some of the actors and other people to come on there so we can talk about the film. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this movie. I highly recommend it every year during Halloween. It takes place during Halloween in the 60s. And actually, I think it's 1957. And it is just a great little haunted ghost story horror film, but it's not a slasher film.
What is it?
It's called Lady in White. Not the lady, Lady in White. And Frank LaLoggia wrote and directed it. And it is just a masterpiece. It's got Lucas Haas, the kid from Witness, Harrison Ford's movie.
Oh,
He plays the main character, and it's got a great cast. Sadly, a majority of the cast is dead. But I looked up some of them. I talked to Keith today, and I talked to Tom because I'm going to try to get Tom to give me a hand. Hashtag backdoor Gary, fuck you, Polly.
Hey, let me talk up our chat here for a second, okay? We got Josh, the amazing animator. Hey, I'm glad to see you. Hey, guys,
Josh?
okay. I will admit I fucked up. I probably should have put this off until 8 o'clock. Of course, Rebecca would have been asleep by then, and but okay.
yeah, because I gotta get up stupid
'cause-
early in the morning.
I'm sorry, yeah, but tonight's fuck up is on me. I should have given Troy like another hour, so my apologies. But he'll be here. He'll be probably in pissed off princess mode, but he'll be here. All right, we got Storyman Jack. Hey, it is so good to
What's
see you,
man?
man. I don't get to see you that often, Storyman Jack. I miss you, dude. We have Miss H who
I haven't
says,
seen
"Ooh, this
him in
music
a
is cool."
while.
Yeah, I see him on Fanzine.
I see
a
him on
lot.
Twitter. I always
Uh,
see him on Twitter.
We're going to talk about this music here in just a couple of minutes, Miss H, because I got some really cool shit to announce real soon. Brightest Day, how are you, sir? We got Ironcaster in the audience. He's going to grab a shower, and then he's going to join us. We have
Nice.
Six, who agrees that this is music to get pounded to. I would agree. I believe Rebecca would also agree with that.
I love Faderhead. When I was DJing, I would play as much Faderhead as I possibly could.
And we have Fizz Chozo, who is going to be launching his own comic Indiegogo next month, Gary. So we need to make sure and hype the living shit out of this guy when he gets started. Fizz,
By the way, I didn't get to tell you. I talked with my business partner with Vindicated Inc. And he's ready to pull the trigger with me.
Nice.
And so we're getting even closer to launching that book. And I know what I want Rebecca to put a tattoo on me for.
Ooh.
It's got to be Blade Runner related.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Roy Batty and maybe Deckard.
I can't.
Maybe Rachel too.
You know I'm not a realistic tattoo artist, right?
I will draw them, pen and ink, and then you will replicate them and do your work.
Okay. Deal.
Because I like the work you do. I really do. I like your line work.
And I am hoping that when we get Troy on, we'll get Troy and Rebecca. We'll have a little tattooist conversation, have a little tattooist heart to heart. Because that'll be fun.
Are you trying to hide your boobs? What are you doing? Pulling your dress?
Yeah.
I love your ink.
I have on. It's
amazing ink.
It's got a Baphomet symbol on it.
Yeah, and it says I love scary stories, and I've had it for so many years, and now it just hangs lower than what I want it to.
Okay.
And
well, here,
I'm not mad at my boobs.
I'll put this on just for you then.
T-shirt. What's the name of that character she did the tattoo of the other day that I showed from Pokemon? What was it?
It's not Pokemon.
It's from Pokemon, isn't it?
No, it's not.
What is it?
I'm going to have brain aneurysm.
Oh, she's going into a seizure.
Oh.
She's having a grand mal seizure. Somebody help her.
I feel like I'm missing like 8 years worth of context here, but I'm still here.
It's Dragon Ball Z.
That's it, Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
Okay, now that I heard Dragon Ball Z and Beerus, okay, now I'm back fully invested and fully involved in the conversation. I have no idea.
I thought it was for a second in my mind, because I haven't seen it in a few days, that one character that can heal and everything.
Mewtwo?
Mewtwo. That's it, Mewtwo.
All right, moving through our chat here. We got, of course we have Squeaker.
How dare you compare one Japanese anime with another Japanese anime?
I do all the time.
Canceled.
I'm making fun of Rebecca. I'm making fun of Rebecca for getting irritated with me.
We have Zach.
I love you, Rebecca. You're awesome.
And of course we have Holly. Of course. Yeah, we got a heck of a good crowd here, guys. We got like 11 people actually watching us. You know, like if I got 2 more, I would feel as awesome as Captain Cockney Spock, because he had 13 earlier. So
nice.
There we go. All right. Well, let's do some positivity. Okay, first, I'm going to talk about Grim real quick and plug his shit, because Grim needs his shit plugged, because he's still down for the count at the moment. I think he is kind of starting to climb back up out. I think his blood pressure is starting to get stabilized, but until he gets there, he's going to be off the show. Did
they put him on a blood thinner? What are they doing?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's having to go back in and get more tests and all kinds of stuff. I'm not asking him because I don't want to put a lot of pressure on him. Don't worry.
That's really concerning. Blood pressure is not something to mess with, man.
No, it isn't. But I'm confident he's going to be okay and he's going to get back from this. I know he's feeling a little bit down in the dumps, but it's like I told him, dude. I said, dude, you got a Gandalf. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, because it's the little things that keeps the darkness at bay. It's not the great things. It's the little things. It's the common kindnesses that we do for each other that keeps the darkness at bay.
I agree.
So yeah, hopefully he's going to get better, or he will get better, and he'll be back with us, and we'll be doing some awesome stuff. But until he does, I'd like all you folks out there in the audience to check out the commercial for his Indiegogo project, Whitechester.
In the year of our Lord 1666 came the Annus Mirabilis, the year of miracles. The plague returned. London endured the Great Fire. England went to war with the Dutch. Newton upended and advanced natural philosophy. Amongst those miracles came the comet that raised the dead. England, still recovering from the Civil War and in the throes of the Restoration, was the hardest hit. Still, over the course of a year, the grizzled veterans of decades of war were able to put the dead back into the ground. Save Winchester, the city which was lost, overrun, walled in, and made into a prison for damned souls. Resurrected as Whitechester. It is 1667, and you are condemned. May God have mercy on your soul. Back Whitechester on Indiegogo for more information, cheap and free products, and a chance to shape the city of Whitechester. Whitechester will be a 500-page city crawl for 5th edition D&D, Grimdark 5th edition, and hopefully Morkborg and the OSR. Spread the word.
Shut up and take
All
my
right.
money.
Yeah. Well, he already took mine. Hey, Ivan Ivanovich, it is great to see you, man. And one of my new subscribers. And oh, look, we're at 13. Woo!
Made it.
We're at 13. Yay! It's the magic
And
number.
don't be
now we're
trickling
12.
in, buddy. I mean, as boring as playing Blade Runner is, I creeped up to 19. I'll guarantee you'll get more.
Yeah, but you're a big guy. I'm a little guy.
I'm not
But,
a big guy.
We got Lord Thoth. It's good to see you, you old ibis.
Oh shit, Thoth is here. What's up, man?
Lord Thoth was supposed to join me on the Week in Geek last week, but other things happened. That's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was there, and I'm like going, "Where's Lord Thoth? I came here to see Lord Thoth," and I cried a little bit. Those of you that watch the show, I cried.
Okay, now listen, but it's not okay for me to cry.
No, it's okay for me to cry. It's just different when men do it because we have to have manly tears.
Yes, those tears are masculine.
Damn right. Gotta shed them thug tears, y'all. Come on.
Have you
And-
seen how big I am? I am those masculine tears.
Hey,
Sir.
hey,
You are
hey.
those masculine tears.
You are still gorgeous. Don't you start that.
Hey, I got to tell you something, and maybe you'd be interested in this, and if you are, let me know. T-shirt. But Tom's been inviting me to him and Jesse's script readings for unshot or unproduced movie scripts from major films. It's like one of the Halloween films that was written but never shot. And this last weekend, we did the 1983 Batman script by Mankiewicz. And it was fun. I got to play Commissioner Gordon. But you need to check that out, dude. I think you'd enjoy that.
Well, anytime you need Bats or Joker, I'm right here.
Oh my God, if Tom's involved, he's not going to let you. I mean, he is so greedy. He wants those bride
bastard
parts.
probably wants it for himself.
But
It's okay, guys. Keep talking nerdy. It's fun.
It's fine. And speaking of nerdy, Animaine, my man.
Yeah. What's going on?
All right. Let me pull you back in this conversation because I feel like you're like zoning out on me. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm here. First of all, I'm just appreciating the Joker. I am always here for a good Joker impression. Mine comes.
Did you do that artwork, Animaine?
No, actually, this was done by my friend Tabby Wessa on Twitter.
Very nice.
Can I
Very
link
nice.
stuff in here? I don't know if I have like what you call stuff in here.
Pop it into the private chat, and I will toss it into the main channel for you.
Okay, yeah, definitely, because she does like insane work, and like her prices are like beyond reasonable. At least I think they are. Like just definitely if you need any type of avatar or PFP done, she does character work, especially if it has anything to do with creatures or like furry shit. That's her complete realm. Like she'll do most things, but like if it's anything involving furry shit, I'm telling you right now, she will do you good. She will do you good.
Tabby Wessa. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I got to go and add her to my friends of Twitter, too.
Awesomeness. Look at that. Look
Awesome.
at that. Look at
Awesomeness.
our little web growing. We're just pulling people in and just making awesome connections. Just dope ass individuals left and right. I love
exactly, man. And that's like what I tell people. It's like, we don't gather together to hate on shit. We gather together to love on shit.
We together in love, man. We ain't down with none of that hating shit. Leave that shit at the door, man. It's love.
It is. And
I love hate. And I hate to love.
It's okay to express, disappointment and stuff like that with the franchise, of course. Mm-hmm. But, what kind of show would I have if I just sat here like for an hour or 2 hours and just talked about nothing but shit about stuff that I didn't like? I mean, that would be like super duper negative.
Culture minefield.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So
who's pop culture?
A good 20 to 30 minutes is me just talking about how they should take people out and beat them like harp seals.
Oh no!
Good Lord.
Oh no!
Best conversations.
I hope such and such executive producer or director chokes on a bag of dicks.
Okay.
Hey, man,
well,
look, sometimes everyone moment, every now and then, where they just need to choke on a donkey dick. Like it happens. It happens to the best of us, So sometimes you just gotta let them know. Hey. I mean, I don't want you to like die or anything. Just just for a couple seconds, just so you know that you fucking up. Mm-hmm. Just gobble on the balls for a little while, and then you can come back and join the rest of us in regular society.
And it's definitely okay to let people know they fucked up, because they did.
Yes.
I did tonight, so there you go. But I already admitted it. I came out and said it. So I did fuck up.
What'd you do?
I started the show like a whole hour early.
Whole ass hour.
A whole ass hour. Yeah, it's on me. It's my fault. But that's okay. You know what?
I didn't know you were going to do a show tonight. I'm glad you did.
Well, I had actually been forgetting to hype it up because I wasn't sure if we were going to make the times and who was going to be here and everything. So it was kind of putting it out. The notice was last minute, but believe me, I've been working on it for a couple of weeks. But
nice. And
then I trip and fell flat on my fucking nose here at the 18th hour, and schedule the show one whole hour before the main guest can show up. But that's okay. I got Animaine, and he's an awesome guest also. One who should not be downplayed.
We got awesomeness in this chat, and we got awesomeness on the panel. So it's going to be a good night regardless.
It is going to be a good night. All right.
Didn't do it.
And here's some good news. Here's some good news. Y'all out there in the chat, y'all be listening. Rebecca, you be listening. Everybody be listening. If you like the intro to my show, which uses Faderhead's music, here's some news for you. He has got a brand new Kickstarter started, and I'm posting the link up in the channel right now. His new project is called Years of the Serpent. As soon as I get a paycheck, I'm jumping all over this like a fat kid on a cake. So believe that. And also, I am talking to Sammy in emails.
What?
Yes. I'm talking to Sammy in emails, and if possible, I'm really trying hard to get him to come onto the show and talk to me and talk to my guests, talk to my panelists, and talk to the audience. And I'm going to be trying to promote his Kickstarter on top of that. So, y'all wish me much good energy. I don't know if you have a link to Faderhead's Twitter. Bug him, say, you really need to, let T-Shirted interview you, and, throw some good energy out there into the universe for me.
Oh, yeah, I'm just holding up my hands like I'm on Dragon Ball Z. You brought that up earlier. Here, take all my energy. Take all of it.
I have to be a part of, just tell me when that happens. So I love Lexi from Three Teeth, but nothing compares to Faderhead.
I had a feeling you'd want to be there. Don't worry. I'm probably gonna have people like fighting each other just to get a spot on that panel, and
like
I've got room for 9
I just want to be there. I just want to be there in the chat I just want to be there.
I understand. But yeah, that's my good news.
Awesome. Love it.
Like I said, nothing is firm yet. Nothing has actually been plotted,
Nothing's
planned, or
firm
whatever.
yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
These
Oh,
Big
walked out
Dirty
of
Bad.
look at Squeaka. Look what Squeaka said.
what does she say? And backdoor Gary. Okay. Yeah. That live
Oh
show
my
in my
God.
basement is tempting. There
I
you
hope
go.
that nickname doesn't stick. What the thing is?
It's too late. It's not Gare Bear anymore. It's
Oh, it's
Backdoor
got to be
Gary.
Gare Bear. That's the one I like.
Backdoor Gary.
Nope.
Paulie
BD
set you
Gary.
up. Yes, 6. He is on Twitter. Just one moment. I will dig him up for you. He also has a link. Or he also has a website which you should also check out. But
Oh, we got a fangirl over here. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine.
here you go. This is Faderhead's Twitter handle. Yeah, just go bomb the dude. Tell him, give him much positivity. Because I think this would be awesome to be able to talk to him and hang out with him, even if it's just like for 30 minutes to an hour. Because I know he's a busy dude, but just to give you guys a chance to talk to him and see him and see how much love we have for him. Because we use his music every week. Even on my Dungeons and Discussion show, we use his music. And when I was doing 10-minute Mayans, I got his permission to use one of his songs on that also. So.
Nice.
And Josh, the amazing animator, says, if you ever want another science wizard on the stream, don't hesitate. Well, are you available now, sir?
Dude.
We will totally get you on here. We will totally get you up here.
Yeah, he'll be a good replacement for me because I can only stick around for the another 30 minutes.
Gary got to go spoil everything.
Wife wants me to go to the gym with her.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you would have missed out on the show completely if I'd have shot this done this at the right time, huh? Because you'd be out there.
I wouldn't have even known. I would have showed up tomorrow and looked on Twitter and went, "What?
How come I didn't get invited to that?" Yeah, no, I wanted to give you a chance because I know you had a good time with Troy before. And I offered. Troy. Yeah, Troy is awesome. Oh, he's too busy tonight. Okay, Josh, we'll give you the night off, I guess. We'll just try to entertain you ourselves.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, Rebecca, start doing your impersonations now.
Of what?
Confused tattoo person.
I am.
There you go.
I am.
Doing good.
Spot on.
Doing good. Spot on. All right.
Remember the time I tried to remember the time I couldn't remember?
Other cool news I got, and I probably should be saving all this up for the end of the week, but fuck it, I'm gonna do it tonight. I ordered the final issue of Berserk.
Oh,
The very last one that is going to have Kentaro Miura's work, Young Animal Comics.
Wow.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you how painful that is. I was telling Animaine the other day. I was like, I cracked open my volume. I think I'm up to 10 now, or is 8 or something. And I don't keep track. I'm sorry. I know that's lazy of me, but yeah, I crack it open. I'm reading it, and I'm getting into it, and I'm just like, man, I love this artwork. I love this story so much. And then it hit me, man. It was like, there's not going to be any more after this. When it's all done, it's all done. It's all gone. And I don't know, man. It hurt. It hurt. I had to stop. I had to close the book, and I had to have myself a really good cry about it because I'm mourning this guy more and more all the time.
No, I definitely feel that. It's admittedly, I admitted this on the last show, and I'll admit it again here. I'm only just now getting into the Berserk manga, so I don't have such a visceral connection to it that a lot of people do. Like, I knew what it is, but I haven't really dived deep until just now. But I still felt the wave of just mourning when he passed, and I felt like the way a lot of us felt when we would watch like MCU movies after Stan Lee's passing, and knowing that, yeah, this the last time he gonna be making a cameo in it. And now I feel like,
Yeah.
like people like you're getting that same feeling of holding that manga volume and knowing that, after this, that's it. And even
Yeah.
if it continues on in some way, it's not gonna be done by him. So it's.
And I strongly suspect that they will continue it. I know that his other manga that he was doing, Duranki, is going to be canceled. It's done. They're going to release the collected volume of Duranki in America here, like, I don't know how soon, but soon. And that'll be it. But yeah, I really hope that... I do hope they'll continue it, but yeah, it's just not going to be the same.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
It's kind of like Spartacus, that was a really great TV show, but then the lead actor died of cancer after the first season, so they kind of
non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Yeah,
it took them quick.
Yeah, it did, and that was, I mean, the guy they got to replace him was good, but it just felt weird.
Yeah. But I felt bad. I just couldn't watch it because, his death bummed me out. And it was like, how can you watch it? I can't watch it. I never did. I've never watched the other series. And people keep telling me I need to. But I don't know. I just like that kid so much. He was so good in that part.
Yeah. I got something. I put this together back when he died. I guess Animaine, you probably haven't seen it yet, and probably some of y'all out in the chat haven't seen it. I will go ahead and play this for y'all. This was my tribute to Kentaro when he died.
Nice. That was solid.
Thank you, man.
I definitely felt the vibe, and I like how you used different parts from like different iterations of Berserk. Even it wasn't just pulling all from one thing.
Yeah, I mean, I used a lot of different sources on that, and they were all visual. I didn't use any of the comic books, obviously, but maybe I should have. But
Nah.
It was. I loved it just how it was, man.
Yeah.
well, thank you.
Yeah, it was very good. And I love that fucking. I love the series and I love the movies. Each one had a different take on the same story, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't
Although
know.
one version
Mhm.
got the hell scene better. than the other.
Sadly. I know a lot of people didn't like the newer animation because they're like, oh, it looks terrible and all this, but I'm like, okay, yes, it looks terrible, but it's still Berserk animation. I mean, would you rather not have it at all? Because at least it's continuing the story past, the Golden Age arc.
Yeah.
Which that always frustrated me because it was like, oh, it seems like we always get to the Golden Age arc and then we never get to see past it. So
Exactly.
Hey, Gare Bear.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm wearing your cousin on my head.
Real bear.
hey, bear.
A real bear.
Real bear.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
When I was in my 20s, I went hunting up in Washington State, and I killed a 5 foot tall black bear, and it was the worst experience of my life.
5 foot? Holy
I felt
shit,
like
dude.
I felt like I killed a human being. It was terrible.
Tell me that's not real.
I don't want to do it. The mouth looks real.
It looks real.
So I got him at the Ohio Renaissance Festival, and this guy was humanely euthanized. He had an infection of some kinds.
Oh,
poor guy.
that's sad. But yeah,
It looks warm though.
it does look warm.
Shit. I can't see.
All right. Well, before Gary has to run off, Animaine, why don't you tell Gary about what you do? Because I'm betting he's going to want you on the show.
Animaine on Twitter. And,
Thank you. Thank you for the follow. I love linking up with dope ass individuals. And from everything I've seen tonight, you're dope as hell. But what I do is I'm a YouTuber, obviously. I cover a pretty wide range of topics, from comic reviews to full-blown comic reads to giving different opinions on things. I have a series called Unsigned Hype, where I love to sort of feature different creators and like either indie works, or even if they're quote unquote mainstream, and it doesn't even have to be just comics. It could be a movie, a song, a musician, anybody, just something that I want more eyes on. And I'm also a actual comic writer. I just started writing, like seriously writing, 2 original stories this year. Bond of the Blade, which is a sort of shonen inspired action title about these like ninja themed vigilantes who get their powers from this angelic spirit to fight large gangs and supernatural forces in their city. And then I also have the Spider Circle, which is more fantasy adventure in an urban setting. And yeah, just getting those out, trying to get the word for those out. I don't have a campaign yet, but I do have some free chapters of Bond of the Blade out on Tapas right now that you can read as a webcomic. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Yes, brightest day ninjas. I got the ninjas for you. So if ninjas is what you need in your life, and I'm telling you, these ninjas are the type you need in your life, then you definitely need to be checking out Bond of the Blade. Most definitely.
But
Good
are there
stuff, too.
ninja spiders?
I can neither confirm nor deny that, but if you follow me and you follow the story, I said Squeaker Mouse, I'm down for anything spider. Yeah, the spider's circle. Yeah. That well, I don't want to steal too much of the spotlight. And that's that one hasn't been in my mind nearly as long. But I can say that if you like anything involving the merging of spell casting, actual combat, a good amount of slice of life stuff, but not to the point where it's like a slice of life anime necessarily, and a little bit of mystery. But yeah, I think you definitely like the Spider Circle. I just love the characters for that, especially like Catherine Scarlett. That's the main character of that story. She's such a damn delight to write and to have drawn. She's just so cute with her little bushy pigtails and everything.
In Animaine.
Oh,
I got something for you, man. I got something
What's
for you.
up?
Okay,
All right.
I'm gonna lay a little knowledge on you.
What's up?
I'm gonna drop this link in the private chat, and then I'll put it on the public chat.
Okay.
But if you don't know about this, I'm saying right now. There you go. There is a yokai, which is a demon from Japanese folklore called the Jorogumo, which translates to the woman spider.
I drew her
I've
up for a tattoo
heard of
once.
her name before. I have not read about her specifically, but I am definitely going to dive deep into this because it's going to give me all the ideas already. I'm just looking at the picture right now. I can already tell.
I knew it would.
Yeah, man. you already know my speed.
All right, and before Gary has to leave, right here we got our special guest. We got Mr. Troy Torres. Hey, Troy, how are you?
Hi, okay.
Are you all right, man? Are you still pissed at me? I'm so sorry. Yeah, he's pissed at me, I think. I do apologize. Hey, I admit
Beautiful
I fucked
face.
up. I admit I fucked
Beautiful
up.
face.
Okay.
My mom taught me to put on beautiful face. So, beautiful face.
Well, you're here, and great. I got some great guests for you today. I have Rebecca, who is a fellow tattoo artist over in Kentucky. So I figured
how you doing?
y'all could talk a little bit of shop, and then I have another friend here. I have Animaine, who is a fan of yours, as you know.
Oh yeah, man. We
I know,
chatting it
Animaine.
up
How you
all the
doing,
time on the Bird app. He be pissing all the little ignorant people off, and it's funny as hell. And I still need to dive into Juanpool proper, man. But it is on my list. I'm diving in, man, because it looked funny as hell.
But I bought the digital copies, and it's fucking awesome, dude. I fucking loved it.
They're funny as hell. And we'll have a few other panelists coming on here in a little bit because they definitely want to talk shop. They definitely want to meet you. I gotta say for sure though, man, is like if you check out my Twitter timeline, it's like pretty much just about everything that Troy tweets, I retweet because it's so profound. And I'm not bullshitting on that. I mean, he has great answers to a lot of the stupid shit that gets said on Twitter.
Yes, man. My man don't be giving a fuck, and that's what we need.
Everyone always tells me that I have a voice that people listen to. So I just, the great power and great responsibility. I'll be honest, I do so very apprehensively. But somebody has to say the things that need to be said. And it's better coming from somebody that checks all of their boxes.
I agree.
Then they don't know what to say.
That's real.
I agree. I thought it was hilarious when first they attacked you for being white, and then you had to remind them, it's like, I'm not white, and then they attacked you for hating yourself for not being white, and then you reminded them, my daughter's white. I fucking died. That was
responded.
And let me see if I can. Let me see if I can turn your mic up.
Is it okay if I drink on stream?
I think it is.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Okay.
But it's not my stream, so I can't say.
I think you're all right. Just don't advertise, I guess. Turn the can where they can't see. No, I don't know. I don't know what YouTube's stuff on that is.
All right. So like that, I'll do like this.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Just mug it.
Well, I know I got to go soon, Troy, but I really enjoyed. I enjoyed reading the second book. It's good stuff, man. Good job.
Thank you.
And T-shirt will tell you I'm very critical of other comic people. I really liked it. So when I compliment it, it means something.
Thank you.
So you're wearing a Boston hat. What's up with that?
I went what?
You're wearing a Boston hat. Are you a Boston fan? Are you in
Oh,
Boston?
I'm a
Yeah, I didn't
masshole.
know
I'm from
that.
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah,
shit. You're
I've
an Easterner.
actually,
Awesome.
unlike most people that claim to be from Boston, I was born in Boston. I was born in Brigham Young Women's Hospital. I'm from Boston. I'm Bostonian. Plus, it's like, this isn't even really the hat I wear very much anymore. It's just like part of the Mr. Marvel uniform. Part of my branding was the red Boston
Right.
hat. So I'm just trying to get a brand go. I was gonna dress up for stream. I was gonna be all pretty and everything, but then I wouldn't be. I would have never made it. So I was like, all right, at least let me get my
I'm glad you made it before I had to leave, man. I was kind of mad that I was going to miss you.
You know who to blame.
Yeah, blame me. I did it. It's my fault.
Blame the t-shirt.
Fucking t-shirt.
I know. I apologize, folks out there. I did fuck up, but we had some good information drop down. We had some positivity bombs. So, I hope I made up for it a little bit. And hey, Snorter Poopers. Look, Six says you look good. So there you go. Six says you look good, you look
Thank
good.
you. I try.
6 is just a suck up. Jesus Christ.
And Becca,
Stop it. I like it. I like the compliment.
Becca, you got to show off some of your work.
What do you mean, as far as me being tattooed?
Yeah.
What do you want to see?
Whatever you want to show us, hon, it's fine.
I mean,
Whatever
I
ain't gonna get the screen taken down.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it would probably mostly.
Yeah, now, Rebecca, the other tattoo I want you to fix is the one that never got finished when I was in the Army. And it's got the Army stuff on there, but it's missing a bunch of stuff.
Apparently.
Well, what are you? So what is missing?
It's supposed to be Death's Hand holding an M16.
He showed it for all of about 3 seconds. So.
Because despite being a combat medic, I was in an infantry unit, and so
And Gary is so fucking tall that M16 is life size on his arm.
Yeah, we can do that. Oh. Well, I've lost my bear pelt. My cat's on
the
it
cat
now.
took it. The cat took it.
Yeah.
There you go.
The cat stole your bear.
He did. You can't. He's like, hey, it's mine. Hey, buddy.
All right, Troy. Yeah, let's chop it up, man. I mean, what is up with that shit today? Where that dude talking about PBIS is white supremacy? What is with that?
Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but there's like a certain breed of white people. They have a very high opinion of white culture.
Mm-hmm.
Such a high opinion that they feel that only they could achieve it. That it's clearly racist to expect someone like me or you to be on time because only white people know how to be on time. So it's racist to expect me to be on time. Only white people can be polite, so I don't have to because I'm just a savage. How would I ever learn how to be polite? You know what I mean? Like it's just not even within me. I can't. I'm just still grunting. I'm still climbing plantain trees and you know what I mean, hanging on with my feet while I pick the plantains and I just eat them right there off of the tree because that's all I can do because I'm not white. I don't even know how I got dressed today. Like, I don't even know. Like, all that stuff about, I was born in Boston. I clearly didn't say that. That was written for me by a white person because how dare I be able to articulate myself in such a manner. And that really gets me because they use it as a way to act as if they're better than the white person that just treats me like a person.
Wow.
That their expectation of me is that of anyone else. Yes, they expect me to be on time because they expected everybody to be on time. They expected my best behavior because they expected everyone to have best behavior equally because that's how I treat people equally by having the same standard for them. You know what I mean? If you have one standard for one set of people and then another standard for another, I mean, right there, that's just inherently racist. It's just racist.
It
Like
is the
I'm
very
sure
definition
you've
of it.
probably
Yeah.
heard T-shirt. It is, and I'm sure you've heard in your life before. T-shirt. Wow, you speak good English. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I speak good English?
Oh, most of the
Like
time
why would I be talking to you like this? I was born and raised here. I went through the educational system in this country. Why would I speak like this? That's how my father spoke. Because my father wasn't educated here. And my father had great English for a man that didn't formally start taking any kind of education in America until in his 30s. You know what I mean? That's when my father started going to college and stuff like that and getting side degrees after he'd already built his family, built his home. Then he got good at being an American. You know what I mean?
I do.
So I was born to an American citizen. I wasn't born to an immigrant. I was born to an American citizen that sent me to private school, and I learned how to speak English very well. And I was fifth of my class. I'm part of the National Honor Society, which it just pisses me off because people don't expect that out of me because of that bias of, oh, but how could you? You're not white. How do you sound, fam? How do you sound? Like, how do you sound?
I know.
So you gotta remind them sometimes, like, bro, like, you have a very supreme, opinion of your race. Because if you think you created everything and you should feel guilty, and you destroyed everything that you should feel guilty, sounds like you're the best at everything. And that's bad mentality. Bad mentality, especially if you're cheating on people and telling them thinking like that is anti-racist. You're just gonna fuck people up.
Yeah, it's like I'm light enough skin that I can pass for white, but the thing is, I tell people it's like, yeah, I'm half Cuban, half Mexican, and they're like, you are, and I'm like, yeah, man, you expected me to talk like Antonio Montana? You fucking with me? You fucking with the best. You know, she's so fucking, her womb is so polluted that I can't even have a little fucking baby with her. But that's okay. You know, she hates me right now, but she'll take another Quaalude and she'll love me again. I'm like, we don't talk like that. It's like none of my family talks like
when
that.
you do.
That must be it. I'm like, guys, that's a character. That's a character on a movie. That's not who we are. I mean, shit. I've never even met a Cuban drug dealer. I'm sure they exist, but shit. You know.
I mean, I know bad guys in the hood. I know, bad Latino and Hispanics in the hood. But like, I know good people in the hood too.
Yeah.
And in fact, I might even be related to some of those bad dudes. But that's neither here nor there. But I know a lot of bad white dudes from the hood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the expectation that people have based on color. It's very offensive. It's like extremely offensive. You know, I mean, I don't even live in the hood anymore. I live in the suburbs. You know, I don't hear sirens. I hear crickets.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to anymore. I didn't want to have that life.
And I'm sure Animaine.
We all can do it. Everyone can do it.
Rebecca, they've had their experiences with that too. I mean, because they're living in some rough neighborhoods, or they have, I think.
Oh yeah, and the expectation that I sort of carried with me coming out of college and everything, when I started interacting with a lot of folks in these sort of progressive spaces, even when I was more progressive myself, was that I'm speaking this way, or I speak so well for XYZ 1, 2, 3, and they assume that, oh, because I'm black and I'm from X neighborhood, that I'm just gonna show up sounding like a mid 2000s BT music video. And it's like, no, my mother and my aunt, may she rest in peace, was a whole ass English teacher, and my uncle, may he rest in peace, was a whole ass professor. And my mama won't no teacher, but she taught me like one, and they would have been damned if I would have walked around like, they were the type of parents where I couldn't even answer them with ain't, without catching some heat, but the fact that these are supposed to be the progressive people and all these left spaces that they sling the same standards on quote unquote people of color that the racists apparently do, but they call it by a different name. But it's still the same thing. And I'm like, I'm no less capable than anyone else. So these ideas, like the video that you shared earlier, which I was blessed with. Thank you, T-shirt, because now my brain wants to stop working because I had to watch that mess. But just the idea that something as simple as holding kids to some sort of standards of discipline and self-control and following directions, that's white supremacy? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, what world am I living in? How did we go so far left that we came right back out in segregation again? Oh, I'm sorry, poor brown people. Y'all can't live up to these standards. These things like self-control and sitting in your seat and listening, that's a white supremacist system.
I can't believe it. I've met my new best friend. You are so fucking awesome, dude.
I knew you'd love him. I've been trying to get him to come out on the shows more often.
Because I grew up on the poor side of town in Fredericksburg, Virginia, which was the old slave quarters in the 1800s. And I was like the only white kid for blocks. And in fact, when I was in the Army, I congregated with other, the other black soldiers because I felt more at home hanging out with people of color than hanging out with people that look like me. And I always thought there was something wrong with me with that, but it was just simply that's just the way I was raised. And I got to tell you, the discipline that I saw growing up there was incredible, and it's so different today. And it's like you said, they treat discipline like it's racist, and it's not. It's just learning how to be nice to other people, treat people the way you want to be treated, and treat everyone equally.
Right. And
it doesn't matter what their color is, doesn't matter their sex, their orientation, none of it. I raised my kids that way. It's like respect people. It's all about equality and nothing else. No special interest.
No, but equality, that's we off that now. Oh, it's equity now. If you say equality, that's a right-wing talking point. Now it's equity. You gotta be equity, which I guess is you have to force everyone to have the same outcome instead of just ensuring that people have the best chances to achieve what they want for themselves. No, that's not good enough. We have to force everyone to be equal. Like, beautiful.
Yeah, and I want to address something Lord Thoth just said. Can you? Are you doing it?
Yeah, it's me.
There it is. Lord Thoth said this. I'm going to tell you something. I have joked for years about the military, in that when I treat people the same way, I do it like the military. I am an equal opportunity destroyer. I hate everyone equally.
That's all I ask.
But the fact is, the military, especially when I served, 1990 is when I went in, was, man, you best watch your mouth. 90% of the DIs I ran into were either Hispanic, Polynesian, or Black. And they did not tolerate any race. They didn't even want you talking about it. And I kind of like that. I like that that shit gets left at the fucking gate. You come in here, everybody's equal. Right. Equally a piece of shit. Is what Drill Sergeant said. You're all pieces of shit. Okay. So that's my response to my friend Thoth.
What'd you say there,
I totally agree with you, Gary. I said I totally agree with Gary. I've always said the same. I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally. I don't like anyone. That's just it. Like it, and then that also I'll piggyback and push in a slight different direction. I'm really sort of this. We all have to get along. Shit. No, we don't. I don't have to fucking like anybody. Like I don't have to like anybody. I don't have to be nice to anybody. All I have to do is allow them to exist freely and do what they want with their life. That's what needs to be taught. Let people be. Stay the fuck out of their business if they're not hurting anybody. If no children are being hurt, if nobody's being hurt, if everybody has, if everybody in their life is consenting to what it is they bring to their lives, let people be whoever the fuck they want to be. Mind your own business. Just assume that everybody, people forget that every single person has that same inner monologue. Everybody's anxious. Everybody's self-conscious. Everybody's with that constant doubt in life. We all stay up late at night thinking about that one thing that bothers us. And that respect needs to go back. And also the one human right no one ever talks about anymore is the human right to see something, not like it, and not have trouble not liking it. That's it. You get to see something, say, I'm good with that, and that's it. And as long as you don't act in any way negative, you should be allowed just not like something. I support someone's right to dislike and disagree with my lifestyle. I would understand. I completely 100% understand why some men in this country see the way I act as a man and say, that's not manly. I get it. I might even agree. With some of your points. But that we need to get back that everyone has a right to not like something and not be in trouble for it.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Fucking definitely, man.
When you hear stories, and every other day I hear something that some celebrity or some well-known person is in trouble because they liked the wrong tweet.
Oh my God.
Is just the biggest bunk I've ever fucking heard. It's like, what the fuck? But I got to go. But before I go, I wanted to point out that I have one prejudice in my life. The people I meet, and I don't care who it is, who thinks that it's their show and we are just extras on their program. And those people, everybody should avoid and dislike.
Yeah.
It's like we all got walk-on roles, every single one of us.
Yeah, definitely. We are those types. Oh my God, yeah, no time.
To quote Dr. Manhattan, the existence of life is a highly overrated phenomenon.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
True fucking word.
All right, I got to get going, guys. Thanks for inviting me, T-shirt.
All right, Gary.
Troy, take it easy. Animaine, it was really great meeting you. I want to talk to you some more. Lord Dog, you and I need to have a conversation about military experience. It'll be fun. Rebecca, I love you. I hope that you're doing well and snuggled with your bear again. And T-shirt, I love you, man. You're my bro.
I know, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And with that, everybody, tell me to fuck off, please.
Fuck off, Gary.
Fuck off, Gary.
Fucking off.
As every great masshole has ever said, go fuck yourself, kid.
Because fuck them, that's why.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. Diego's going to pop in here pretty soon. I do want to point out one great piece of one line here. Zach says, when you go outside, you see people in the wild, we're all still good. It's online and in large groups that people go stupid. And it's funny. I had a coworker tell me today, he's like, why would people say stuff like this? And I said, in some people's cases, they're just virtue signaling, man. They're just trying to score points. And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, let's say I found a particularly attractive person who I wanted to go out with. And their stance was that they did not like firearm ownage. And, in order to score some points, I would put out a video or something that says like, firearm ownership is bad. We should have more restrictive gun laws and et cetera, and try to score some points with that person. And I said, and the problem is not so much that the idiot put this out. It's just the fact that there's other people out there who will see this and run with that shit and take it in places it was not meant to go. You know what I mean?
And sometimes it's even. So one thing I notice is a lot of people, because I talk with a lot of people. You know, I do tattoos, and when someone who paid, they tend to get really honest and very candid. I found that most people just don't believe this shit. They're afraid of the people that they think believe this shit. And that's it. Because if you're in a friend circle and suddenly every single one of your friends turns around and is like, oh my god, anime girls with big titties is so toxic, how can they do that? That's like disrespectful to women. Don't they know that actual women exist? There's no way that there's no kind of fucking woman that could ever have the body of an anime fucking girl. Now you're like, fuck, I can't like this anime girl. Fuck, I can't like this scene. Let me talk some shit so that they know that I don't like it too. And that's happened. You get a lot of people doing it all the time. Why do you think every week you get the same fucking post, the same complaints? Every week, someone is going to say, oh my god, Ray is not a Mary Sue. Because they have to. Someone has to say it so that everybody can agree with it, so that they can all confirm that they're good people and you're not. And that's what it comes down to. It's a religion. It's a religion. Most people go to church every Sunday.
It's a cult.
I feel like it is. Oh, okay. You're right. Oh, I stand corrected. You are.
And hey, we got Diego. Diego, how you doing, man?
Fine. You know, the whole double mask thing here in Peru makes it difficult to join.
Yeah, Diego's over in Peru, Troy.
¿Cómo está, mi? ¿Cómo está? Besos.
Todo bien, gracias. So what did I miss while I was transitioning between going from the cab to my computer before my computer decided to derp?
People's expectations of others based on cultural and ethnic background.
Boobs.
I have fun stories for this type of
And
conversation.
And boobs.
And boobs.
You missed boobs.
Okay, I can join that later. I was gonna say, no, in my case, I think the first fact is that unfortunately I had a bit of a privileged background in that sense. Okay, my dad actually worked his ass off so he could give me a good education as well.
Hey, join the club, my man.
Wow, that's like a Hispanic thing, isn't it?
It is. It's like, yeah, Troy, Diego, and me.
Hashtag Hispanic privilege.
Yes, there you go.
Hispanic privilege.
Hispanic privilege.
Check your privilege.
And we're talking, my dad, meanwhile, he only inherited like about $200-$300 from my grandfather when he passed away, and he built something from that. Okay, and
that sounds similar.
So I had a good education, right? And the funny thing is, I was born in Brazil due to my dad's work. He was a vice president of Bank of America for Latin American operations. And because I was born in Brazil, it was that weird mix where I can speak English perfectly, I can speak Spanish perfectly, I can speak Portuguese perfectly without having a mixture of the accent, right? There's no bleed through, nothing like that. They have it compartmentalized. And so when Brazilians meet me, they're like, wait, you're Brazilian? And I start speaking Portuguese with them, and they see, especially when they're from Sao Paulo, they're like, Paulistano, como vai você? Tudo bem? So it feels so warm having them. But I still remember when I moved back to Peru, the sheer fucking cold shoulder Peruvians gave to me. Because according to them, and we're talking people from privileged backgrounds as well, I am not Peruvian. I'm a foreigner. My parents are Peruvian. My last name is Spanish. My first name is Spanish. I'm not a Peruvian. I'm a foreigner. And I had to hang out with foreigners because of that, because at least they were accepting of me, who I was. Well, most of my classmates who were my same age and from similar backgrounds, like, Peruvian parents and everything, For them, I wasn't Peruvian because I wasn't born there. I'm not part of the society.
Yeah,
And
my
it took a
my
while.
understanding is Mexican Americans like myself don't do so well over south of the border over in Mexico because the native Mexicans tend to treat us like shit.
Mm-hmm. It's that
Same
for
thing with
them.
Dominicans.
Uh-huh.
It's that for them. It's like the last bastion of their culture. You know, we're like the original sons against the ones who are not from there. It's their way of having the privilege because unfortunately, for them, they have a sense of jealousy because you were born somewhere they weren't born. They're not the foreigners. They don't have the same benefits as you. It's like I have dual citizenship for Brazil and Peru. You know, and it took me a while to understand that. And so that's the kind of mentality I think unfortunately permeates us because also we're societies that we were built on the basis of conquest, where we had to become insular because let's be honest, Mexican culture mostly based on cultures that were already fighting each other because the Aztecs were always looking for sacrifices for their gods as well as the other members of their alliance. Peruvian culture, the Incas conquered most of the continent. Okay. The two bastions of Spanish rule. Spanish culture was forged by fire. They had to literally retake their country, province by province, from the invading Moors. And they were a society that was basically isolated because they had the Alpine mountains separating them from France and most of Europe. Afterwards, it's all oceans. So
King
it's a
Sancho
culture-
in the year 1000 AD started the Reconquista, and it took him 487 years?
Approx. And that's the thing. That's the thing. We're cultures that are based on the idea of forging our own society, like by war and imposing our societies, and we're descendants of those. So for our mentality, for our culture, it's sort of natural that to see whatever comes from the outside as not good because of fear that's ingrained in us, in our culture. It's a very complex thing when you think about it.
It
I
is.
mean, even I've heard the case made that Hispanic culture is it's borderline conservative by nature.
Yes,
You know,
it is because
it's conservative. It's more conservative. Now, I'm not saying I'm necessarily conservative, but I do recognize where the culture has its conservative aspects as far as like family upbringing, the closer. I mean, God, even the least religious Hispanic still believes in some kind of religion. You know,
or we our expressions are influenced by religion, by the Catholic faith, because there's many expressions that we say that even though we're not religious, we still say them. Like,
Ay Dios mío.
Exactly. I know people are atheists and they still say that.
It's
Yeah.
hard not to talk about God
yeah.
when you've been
What do we
raised
say when someone
Spanish.
sneezes? Salud.
Salud.
You know, we say
Cheers.
bless you when you sneeze. Salud.
Mhm.
To this day, we're still the only people that name our kids Jesus. Okay? No one else names their kids Jesus.
That's true. My grandfather was named Jesus.
My uncle.
And
There you go.
That's one of the things where I have a lot of
And also-
agreements with people because it's like I grew up
But-
very privileged. I grew up in a house with my own room. I went to private school. I didn't really. My life didn't turn until much later that I had charge of myself and I made stupid bad decisions because I went a little too into the mentality of, nah, you right, man. White people are gonna let me do nothing with my life. Let me sell drugs. Because they'll get you. They'll get you. They will get you, and some of us, some of us mess up.
And I mean, think about this.
Diego,
Yeah?
just for a second. Let me interrupt for just a second. Rebecca has got to go, but I do want to thank her for coming on, Becca. Thank you for coming on.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
I appreciate it. And for those of y'all out there who did not know, Becca got her tattoo shop up and running again out there. Becca, you want to pimp out your tattoo shop?
Not really compared to what we've got in the chat currently. I am a mere
Talk about
peasant.
Troy?
Yes.
No,
Um,
you're not. We're artist subjective. Stop it.
See?
Stop. And we're all good. We're just all at our levels. Artist objective, and everybody's good. Stop it.
See, I wish that the man that I apprenticed under was like you, because it's a constant battle in my head with everything that I do. And it's because of him. Like, I'll never ever be as good as him. And he made sure that I knew every single day, every tattoo that I did. Even though he and I haven't spoken in a few years, he is still in my head. He's still there. And I'm like, well, why did you even open up your own shop? But I wanted to learn at my own pace. You know, I wanted to provide clients with an experience that isn't like every other tattoo shop. You walk into mine and it's like a 90-year-old grandmother's tattoo parlor. It is so different. It is so different.
It's all
And
good.
it sounds cool
when
there.
You walk into my tattoo booth, it looks like a club. There's lit up lights. There's light strips. Tattooing is an expression of you, honey. You have to remember, people are coming to you for you to permanently alter their body forever. Take pride in it. And remember that your machine is an extension of you, and give them your best. And that's it. And you're great.
Okay, you're my dad now.
Oh God.
I don't know what hole you just opened up.
The fanfics are gonna start
Only
pouring as
through
well.
me will you find the power to keep your wife from dying.
I mean,
And look, Becca, you got fans. Look at that. You got fans. Look at that.
Yeah.
You got it. You got this. No, absolutely, honey. You got this. It's an expression of self. And remember, the technical term for what you and I do is practicing body art. No one's a master. I'm still learning. People.
How long have you been tattooing?
12 years.
Wow.
12 years since I was a beautiful young man.
See, I wanted to start when I was 18, and my biological father was just absolutely against it. He just totally against it. The guy that I wanted to apprentice off of was a deacon at a church, and he ran a really clean shop, and I mean, he was a really great guy. So my father completely talked me out of it. I was in line to be this guy's apprentice. I was there.
All right. And check this out. Okay, I before you run, I got 13 people in chat who are watching, and I got 3 people in the panel besides you and I, Rebecca. Now I'm gonna do this.
Oh God!
Because I suggested this to you before.
Help.
And I want to see how the panel thinks about this. But my suggestion to Becca way back in the day, and keep in mind, she has reopened her tattoo shop 4 fucking times.
3.
After
3 times.
one visit.
Oh, 3.
Hey,
3. This
yeah.
is the 3rd.
Here, real quick, let me just throw in. Rebecca, real proud of yourself. In my 12 years, I never had the balls to open up a shop. So you got that on.
I do not. There is no. I wanted my own shop because the 2 shops that I was in, I was at Asylum Tattoo in Cincinnati, and I'm not knocking them at all. James Dreyer does amazing work. He is a great artist. I mean, he was doing this at 16 years old. And then we had a falling out, and I started working for Hot Rod Charlie's in Cincinnati. He moved me down to his Covington location. I turned that around. But I didn't like the way that the shops were ran. And I knew that if I just had the gist of what I needed to do, and I understood the Board of Health, and, I understood, I understand all of this. I wanted to start small. I just want to be a small hometown tattoo artist in the area that I'm in, drugs are extremely, extremely rampant. I mean, needles are reused, and I wanted to be that shop that offered a safe, clean environment for clients to come in and instead of being tattooed in somebody's basement, for crying out loud. Like the thought of that just terrifies the shit of it terrifies me. I was a medical assistant before I worked at Safran Landing Systems and before I did this. I lost everything. I lost all of my artistic skills that that I had in high school. I lost it all. I lost everything. And I am just now, I'm 37 in December, and I am just now getting to the point where I'm comprehending a little bit more of how to maneuver my machine and how, how to do different techniques. And am I the best artist out there in the world? Absolutely not. I can say that. I can say that I am not the best artist out there in the world. There are artists that I look at. Joe Nickley, who has done 98% of the work on my body. I aspire to be that man. And he is just this little 5'2" wizard. He's just amazing. Love the man to
Now,
death.
here's my advice on something like that. Here's my advice. Do you know who you should aspire to be? The best version of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's who you are.
Yes. And it is an everyday.
I'm not the best. Do you know what I tell people at this point in my career? After 12 years, I'm no longer that cocky. I tell people straight up, dude, I'm good at what I do.
Yeah.
You want that other shit? Go to that dude that does it. I'm good at what I do. I knock them out of the park because I do what I do. Because when we sit down for a consultation, someone's like, "Hey, I want this thing that you totally don't do." All right, see you later. Bring it to the person that does it.
Right.
I'll recommend like at least 5 people to you who could do that.
And that's what I do. And I get, like, in the area that I'm in, I get a lot of hate mail. I get a lot of hate mail. I get a lot of you shouldn't be tattooing. I get a lot of that. I do what I am comfortable doing, and I have zero problem telling clients to come in that they give me this big, huge, elaborate, and I'm like, listen, I'm not your girl. I'm going to be straight up honest with you right now. If you want a version of this that I can do that for you, but I can't do this.
Right. Like, if you want me to redraw this the way I would design it, I'll do it on the spot. But you're on the right path. You're doing it. Just always remember, it's a journey, not a race.
Yep.
We tattooists, we're a different kind of artist because our canvas lives and breathes. And it's all about the journey. It's the practicing. It's the improvement. I mean, hell, this whole summer, I absolutely refused to do anything that was more than a 15 or 20-minute tattoo. I did walking only all summer. I had the greatest time of my life. I met new people. I met so many people. You know, sometimes you have to step back and enjoy your career.
Yeah.
And remember, we do it because we chose it.
Yep.
You know, being a tattooist actually sucks. We get that very bad reputation that it's like awesome lifestyle. You're a rock star. It sucks. It sucks.
No,
it's
terrible.
It's like they lied to me. I was told that this was going to be sitting and drawing on people, and it's physical labor. It's very much physical labor.
And you're absolutely right. And it's, do I recommend if you are an artist and you want to be a tattooer, do I recommend it? Man, do you, boo?
My question to people that come to me asking for an apprenticeship, I ask the same question. Why do you want to do this?
Right.
Because if your answer is for the money, you're going to be broke for a long time.
Yes.
answers for the chicks or for the guys, you're not going to get them.
Nope.
Or you're going to get a bad reputation because you're going to get them. And you know what I mean? You're going to be known as the person that gets them.
Right.
It's something you do for the right reason. My reason for tattooing was I wanted the freedom it gave me as a human.
Yeah.
I can do what I go to work when I want. I dress how I want. I talk how I want. If you want my art, sit down. If you don't, whatever, get out of the way. Someone's waiting.
Yep.
And then, you know, now I'm gonna give you another piece of advice. Yes, be cocky. This is what I do. Do you want it? Do you want it? This is a fucking luxury item. You don't need this. This ain't an insulin shot.
Yeah.
This isn't chemo. This isn't a dialysis or anything like that. This is luxury. This is you saying, I have so much free money, I'm going to do this.
Yep.
So act it. And treat me like the luxury person. And remember that you are the luxury person. And that's it.
I fucking love you.
Confidence. Have confidence. Hold that machine steady. If you ever need advice, hit me up.
See? Told you, Becca.
I'm gonna fucking cry. Just give me like 5 minutes.
I will long distance apprentice you if you need.
Senpai Troy, let's go. I love it.
Senpai Troy.
That's what I was saying. Senpai
All right.
Troy.
And check this out. Okay, we're
that sounds very like. Stop it! You're gonna get me. You're gonna get my head inflated in the wrong way.
well, check this out before we lose people. All right. So I suggested this to Becca back when she was first having some problems with the shop. You know, getting money together to get this place reopened and all that, and get the water damage and stuff fixed.
Oh God.
But I suggested to her, I said, well, Becca, why don't you do a YouTube show featuring your tattoo shop? And she's like, what? And I said,
TikTok.
Think about it. Think about this. You could get up on YouTube and you can show people, you know, what tattoo guns are good or what the various types of tattoo guns are and what they can do. The machines, I'm sorry. They're not guns.
Yeah.
What kind of inks? What kind of inks are good or bad? How to clean your stations? What kind of shops to look for? You know, all these various aspects that most people don't know about tattoo shops and would be interested in it. You know, what to look for, what not to look for. I said you could do a whole series of videos on YouTube, and you'd probably get more hits than you know, because not only would the people who are interested in tattoos want to check it out, but other tattoo artists who are up and coming would probably love to have this kind of information accessible to their fingertips when they have a question.
Yes, but also you need to understand that although tattooing should not be a competition and artists should work together to obtain knowledge from each other, there are artists out there, there are tattooers out there who will go out of their way to belittle, make fun of, and ruin your life. Just
there's always going to be haters.
Do something different, and
there's
there
always
are
going to be haters.
There are more haters in the tattoo industry that I have. This has been by far the most. Being female in this industry and being the way that I am, and my personality and just everything about me, the hate mail comes in on a regular basis for me.
Yeah, but those people don't know who you are. They don't know how hard you have struggled to get your shop up and going and the way you like it.
I did not want to do this a third time. I did not want to.
I know you didn't. I know, but you did it anyway.
And now
and you're succeeding.
I am in debt now. And I'm doing this now out of spite, because I've got tattooers out there who are waiting for me to close up my shop. They're waiting for it. I've got people out there who are waiting for me to close up. I am doing everything in my power not to give up. And it's just been 2 years in June. I will have had my own shop. 2 years in June. And I just don't know how much more I can do. I mean, this is just ridiculous. And
Troy,
it's
talk some
not
sense into this lady, please. Troy,
Well,
talk
it's
some sense.
not
You're good.
the work. It's not the work.
You're good.
It is
You're good.
the people that are against you. And I'm only one person, man. You know, I'm only one person. Yeah, I've got a new artist with me, and I see things in him that are going to be good. I see these things. So I gave him a chance, you know. I gave him a chance that nobody else would have given me. Um, and it's hard. A lot of people are cheering for me, but I've got 5 times the amount of people that are against everything I do. And, 78% of them are other tattooers.
Look, I'll be honest with you. I've been doing this for 12 years. If I stopped and gave a fuck about everybody that hated on me, I would have never made it anywhere. They're always going to hate on you. You
Yeah.
know this industry. Tattooists are toxic as shit.
Yes.
And we and that's it. Just fuck them. Who cares? Do you think they're always going to talk?
It's been rough. I'm not gonna lie. This is
At the end of the day, there's plenty of people that I'll look in the face and be like, bro, I'll tattoo circles around you. Perfect circles around you. You know what I mean? Sit down. Like, sit down. Sit down. Like, sit down. You know, just do you. Keep practicing. Keep doing it. Never do something you know you can't, but always push yourself to make the next piece that much more better than the last. And you'll be fine.
That's why I wanted the 3 of y'all on the show tonight, because all of y'all are doing stuff that is positive. Y'all are doing you. You got people against you up on the internet, up in real life and whatever. Yeah. And y'all are still putting it out there and doing it. I mean, Animaine, I see you get hate all the time on Twitter, and I know you're still doing your webcomic stuff and you're still preaching it, know.
And if I can just have just a quick little minute here, because I'm feeling what Pastor Troy is saying, but Deacon Animaine about to step in here real quick and just give a little bit of word, okay? Now, Rebecca, I want you to listen to me, all right? Now I don't know nothing about the tattoo artist game. I'm gonna leave that to you and Troy. I've never held a tattoo machine in my life. I probably couldn't tell the difference between a tattoo ink pen and a stylus pen, because that's just not my realm. But I'm gonna tell you what I do know something about. I know something about getting hate. I know something about whole crowds of people just camping around you, not because they support you or love you, but because they just waiting for your ass to fall and fail and die trying. I've had plenty of moments where if it ain't behind the YouTube channel or the creation of my books or just getting out here and living my life the way I choose to, the way that works for my core, my essence, my soul. I got plenty of people that the moment I put stuff up and say, oh, that's trash, that's this, that's that, that's the third. They can't wait for me to announce that I ain't doing the books no more. I'm going back to just working my little 9 to 5 here and there, not doing nothing creative nowhere, and just resigning myself to being miserable like I was a few years ago. They can't wait for that to happen. And I have my moments where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do like 50 Cent said in Hustler's Ambition, and I'm gonna use your hate for my energy. So the fact that you want me to fail, that's just fuel for me to keep fucking going. And the fact of the matter is, you have something, you have an art. That's exactly what it is. You have an art when you're making your tattoos. That is what you are doing with your life and your soul. That enriches you. And even when it is hard as hell, even when you're struggling to keep the lights on, even when you're dealing with hate mail, that is your passion. You are going to work at it. Don't worry about being like XYZ. You do like Troy said, you strive to be the best you that you can be. And every day that you wake up and you keep picking up those machines and you keep doing those tattoos, you keep planning, that is a victory. You keep at that shit, okay? And yes, you're going to have haters. You're going to have people that's cheering for your demise. but you are going to have the victory in the end. Because this is your time. All right. This is your time to perfect your craft. This is your time to do, like Troy said, just be out here and just vibe with people. Just the creation of this YouTube channel. I like that. I think that's good. I think Troy also mentioned a TikTok. I'm not really well versed with a TikTok, but I don't see why it couldn't work, honestly.
Do TikTok, because then you don't have to put a lot of effort into it.
Yep, that makes sense. You can have the TikTok, and that can be more for just the you can maybe use that more for just the visual, just showing it off. And you can have the YouTube for more of the in-depth breakdown, more long-form stuff about, okay, this is how you do this. And you could, I don't even know how big the I guess the market is, or I guess the pool is in terms of creators who do that type of content. So if you got in on that right now and you were doing it in a way that nobody else is doing it, like me, like I like what I do. I love what I do on YouTube. But the fact of the matter is, it's so many damn people out here doing comic reviews and movie reviews and stuff. I'm like, half the time I feel like I'm just screaming into a void. I'm just another voice in the chorus of, oh. But I don't know if there's a whole lot of people out here who would do tattoo videos like you would. And regardless of all that, ain't no other Rebeccas out here.
True.
Ain't no other Rebeccas out here. So you gonna do that shit the way you do it. And just like Troy, when he tell them people, and just like you be telling them people, hey, I can't necessarily draw it like you want me to draw it, but I can draw. Can't nobody out here draw it the way I draw it. That's the same way you're gonna be with your videos. That's the way you're gonna be in life. Because you may not be able to reach whatever level this person or that person said you may or may not reach. But you are the only you that there is. Can't nobody do that. So you offer that in everything you do, and it's all gravy. It's all gravy. You gonna be all right. Definitely.
Okay. Can I intercede now? Since
Yes,
I feel
Diego.
it's become part of this.
Oh, yours, sir.
Okay. We first had the father, then we had the deacon, now we have the Pope talking.
All
Catholic
right.
faith, yo. Okay, Rebecca. I will just say this. There's a saying my old man used to say, and he told this to me since I was a little kid. We're talking a little 5-year-old tyke, okay? And he told me this: with no pain, there's no gain. And it took me a long time to truly understand that. More than anything, it took me losing my dad about 11 years ago to finally understand what it meant. And what I finally understood was the fact that nothing in life, if you love it, nothing will come easily. The hardest things that you love are the things that are going to take the hardest to get. And you're going to go through the most pain every single step of the way. But at the very end of it all, it's all going to be worth it. Because at the end, you're going to see back and you're going to see where you started from and where you stand. Some, it might be over the bodies of your enemies, like Conan. Others, it will be like you. Your little shop still open till this very day, many years later. You having some spectacular designs that are your own identity. Not somebody else's imitation, but your own. Something that's different, something that's unique. And that's the important thing, as they all already said. But it's going to take time. And yes, sometimes it's hard. It hurts sometimes. It's scary at times. But that's what makes it worth it. Nothing in life is easy. And that's why it's special that you are still here. 2 years later, you're still here. You still have your shop. It's not gone. It shows the fact that even though you have this fear, even though you have this hate, you just go on and on and on. So don't think that you don't doubt that you can actually continue. You've proven you can continue. So it's not a question if will you be able to. It's not more of a question, when will you turn around and see how far you've come? That's the important thing. Remember that, because it's very important. You just proven to yourself without knowing it that no matter how hard it was, you went through and you did it and you're still here. How many others are no longer here with us in the sense of the shops, you know? And that's important.
That's true. That's true.
Hell yeah, man.
So there you go, Becca. You got
I'm not doing it a fourth time.
Are
I'm not.
you crying again?
No, you're crying.
Okay, I'm crying.
It's raining.
It's raining.
It's raining hard.
It's lots of rain.
Lots of rain.
But you're good. No, trust me, dude. Trust me. You're good. You're good. If I was good, you're good.
So go get some sleep. Go wake up in the morning and take some of this stuff to heart because you got 4 guys here and you got a whole audience of people out there. We're not all blowing smoke up your ass. Trust me.
I want so bad to have a show where we all meet. We're all together. Because I need it's not been easy. I've been down here without my husband, without my daughter, without the rest of my family. I'm down here in my old family home that is falling apart around me. I opened up during the pandemic, lost the
I
shop
remember.
during the flood, opened back up in Betaville, lost it because the owner wouldn't let me fix the plumbing for free or reduced rent. And then literally we built from the ground up in this room.
Every time you were in need, though, the community got together and chipped in and tried to encourage you, right?
Yeah,
and that's a wonderful thing about the YouTube community is like we can actually make a change for positive. We can be a force for good. We can do good things. I believe that.
Yeah, because I can't do this again. And fighting to stay where I am now and to stay open, dude, it is an uphill battle right now, and I am trying so hard. I just don't know
try to
how
make
much
it a
more
year.
fight I've got left in me.
Just try to make it one more year. That's all. Just make it one more year.
Battle, but we have rope and harnesses.
Oh, my manager says it's an uphill battle, but we have rope and harnesses.
There you go. Okay?
Right.
Everybody's in your corner.
Uh,
And if
I'm
need
gonna go
be,
to
we
bed
also have
now
monkeys.
before I have a
Yes, we have
complete
monkeys.
mental breakdown.
Good night, hon.
Good night, guys. Thank you
Good
so
night.
much
Very nice.
Sleep tight.
for all of the advice and for everything that you guys are saying. I mean, I don't take this lightly. I mean, I'm probably going to be up for the rest of the night, and I should be sleeping, but that's
Okay.
okay because I can get to the shop at 4:00 in the morning, play a little bit of World of Warcraft, get some Halloween flash put out, and then take a nap in the floor. I don't know.
No, honey. Listen to me now. You're gonna go home. You're gonna go to bed, and you're gonna sleep. You're not gonna think about anything. You're just gonna sleep. Okay?
No, seriously.
You just breathe
I'm
and
home,
sleep.
but I'm
Okay,
going
but
to be
that's-
awake.
But I'm still saying, don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just go into bed and let
Take a shower.
nature do its
Go to
thing.
sleep. Go to
Yep.
work. You got
The
this.
manager's right here with her scarf.
Oh, he's got my orange kitty cat. I'm going to
Oh.
cuddle my orange church.
All right.
There.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, I knew that Becca and Troy would hit it off because I mean, I've been trying to get Becca to talk to.
me on Facebook.
I don't think
I'm
he
not
does
on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, he does Twitter.
Ah!
But I'll throw you his Twitter handle so you can get on because I know you got a Twitter.
Are you on Instagram?
I don't post much on Instagram. I
That's a tattoo artist's like best friend. Instagram.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Also-
hate Instagram. Use Instagram. Just do it. Trust me.
Mhm. Also,
Trust-
Rebecca, I have a suggestion for you. When you appear on streams, you should be uploading maybe like a picture of one of your designs every once in a while for your avatar.
Yeah.
To practice and to put it on there and people to see it. Let your work stand for itself.
Yeah, and I know you got a folder full of work.
I do have a folder full of work, but yeah.
All right. There
Yeah,
you go,
go
hon.
get some sleep.
Go get some sleep.
I'm going to
Even
bed.
snort a
My head
poopies.
hurts.
All right.
It's not because I was crying.
Oh no, of course not.
Of course not. I love you guys.
Go.
Chat, I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Deuces.
All right.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much for that, guys. I really do appreciate it.
You got
Yeah,
that.
she's been a friend for a long time, and when I first got onto YouTube, one of the reasons I got on is because I knew that she was in need because her shop had just been wiped out by a flood, and I don't have a ton of money. I don't make a lot of money. My job doesn't pay me all that well, and but I knew there was a lot of other people out there who were generous and could help. So that's why I started telling my other YouTube friends, like, hey, look, I got this friend who's in need. Can we help? And, sure enough, her story got out there. We did something positive. We helped her out. And, she's making it again. And, that's the thing, man. We don't gather on negativity. We gather on positivity because we all love things. And, I mean, even though we get disappointed with things, yeah, it's all about the love, baby. Even if we're pissed off at some of the way that some of the shit is out there.
Yeah.
Like,
Bullshit.
it's like everybody knows that Star Wars is all fucked up right now, and we know that Masters of the Universe is fucked up right now, and we know that Star Trek is fucked up right now, and we know that Doctor Who is fucked up right now. And,
Okay.
and Marvel's getting there, but we still got other good things here. Like Diego's got a great announcement right here.
I have two pieces of news thanks to T-shirt historian. So first, number one, a quick one. Cool Media or Not has announced a new Kickstarter, and they're doing a Masters of the Universe tabletop board game.
Uh-huh.
It's actual classic Masters of the Universe. So for all those fans out there, you can still have your classic He-Man fighting Skeletor. Huzzah!
Yeah, I just got the notification for that today. I'm curious about it myself. The miniatures do look good.
Yes, I'm going to push a friend to try to get them just so I can paint those miniatures. I just want to paint them. They're beautiful. And after that, the other thing is today in Midnight's Edge After Dark, we had a very special announcement by the big man himself, Andre, who had the pleasure of actually watching Dune today.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll put you. This is a good and a bad thing. The bad thing, it seems normies might not get it, just by the sheer fact of how Dune is. Okay? Good news. It is a movie you have to watch in the theaters, and because Villeneuve has tried his best to actually expose the Dune universe as it should be. So everybody who's read the book will be completely pleased. It's a very good movie, as far as I can tell. I left before he spoiled anything, so I can't give more details than that. But as far as we can tell, those who have read the book will have fun. Those who just don't care about story and just care about fun sci-fi will have fun. And some people might have a hard time watching it on the first go. That's why those who have a hard time, watch it 5 more times.
5 more times.
Okay, but as far as we can tell, the movie is actually solid. So we can now not longer have to worry about it. Villeneuve did it. The bastard did it.
Cool. Well, that is some
French
good
Canadian
news.
bastard. That is some good news. We needed that because when Andre said that, I was like, he understood, like, how it's because how they put it. The movie is as dense as the books.
Mm-hmm. Which is good.
So yeah, that's good for us because that means Villeneuve really was committed to this.
And I honestly, I hope it inspires people to want to pick up the books and start reading them again and rediscovering that, classic sci-fi is good shit.
Yeah, and also something that's important is the fact that it shows that Villeneuve was really committed. So something that we don't see in directors anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's showing us that if we do support this movie, I mean truly support it, okay, we could actually push Villeneuve's second part to go in the green light and actually get the full thing. Now,
go.
the question is, will October be a perfect time for it? I am not sure. I mean, I think there's no other big movies competing with it, so it will have its thing. Like, it has moments to shine, but I think it's going to depend a lot more on us, the audience.
Word of mouth is free advertising and the best advertising. Like for a couple of months now, I've been telling people it's like, whenever they raise a stink about how bad something is, I'm like, that's cool. I understand you're upset about it. Don't go on and on about it, because the more and more you give voice to this hate of whatever it is, the more people are going to look at it and be interested in it, and you're going to keep bringing it up and bringing it up in social context, and it's going to get more interest in it.
Dude, call it for what it is.
And you're gonna get
One at a time, guys.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I just want to say real quick, it's this vicious circle that keeps happening. Don't give money or attention to people that hate you.
Yes.
That's it.
That is the most profound thing that you say every day, Troy.
I say it every fucking day. Don't give money to people that hate you. That's it. They hate you. I'm going to say something kind of rude. I've been drinking, so I'm a little drunk, and that's why I'm not even on camera anymore, because I'm probably all sloppy looking. My analogy is this. It's kind of like you're obsessed with your ex-girlfriend who you think you're still dating, but you're not, because she fucks other people. Like, she fucks other people and says how much better they are in bed than you. And you're, like, obsessed with her. Like, let it go. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm very cynical. I'm a natural, just cynic. I can walk away from anything at the drop of a dime. I'm not very addictive as far as things go. I encourage people to start remembering that you'll always have your memories, you'll always have your original content, but the people in charge of the things you love fucking hate you. They don't want you to enjoy anything. In fact, I would dare say that almost everything that they are putting out right now is to spite people. And stop giving them time and attention. I mean, even as far as the game that used to be about, like, wacky gang members in purple clothing. Let it go. It's done. Play the other games.
I know that game. I don't want
to give them attention. Because that's what they want.
Oh, I heard wacky gang members in purple clothing. Thought it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I mean, it does fit.
And oh my gosh, we got Culture Casino out there. We got Culture Casino in the audience. Culture, if you want to come on the show, if you want to come on this panel, man, tell me. I will throw you a link, sir.
Culture
anytime.
was there. Culture was there at today's stream.
Oh, okay. So he knows.
Yeah.
He
knows, and that's why I'm excited.
The game about purple gang members used to be awesome.
Yeah, it used to be awesome.
Real quick, I'll just say the perfect way to reboot the game. So the boss suddenly wakes up, realizes that part 2, part 4, got out of hell, and everything else was just some fever dream in a coma.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp mentions that, oh, hey, dude, like, everybody hates those kind of storylines. You shrug your shoulder and you start the game. There's no need for any of this. And when they purposely put that in, that's their way of saying, fuck you, I hate you.
And I bet
I mean-
modders will probably work on those too.
Oh no, I'm not gonna even I'm gonna buy it secondhand used. I know my money went to the store and not the company.
There you
Mhm.
go.
I mean, this reminds me, you know how we sometimes talk with Polly about, you know, the whole Latinx thing.
Hmm.
Latinx?
I don't like that shit. Oh, I don't like that.
Los,
AKA the bane of my existence.
Los Latinxes.
Oh God, and it's like, as a person living, you know, as a Latino living south of the border, basically, you know,
Hmm.
when you talk to people here, it's like, what the hell? I mean, it's the same thing when they try to call what they try to use instead of an O or an A here in Latin America. They propose using the E.
Latine.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
And it's like, oh my God, we literally lost our collective shit for that.
And there's
And this
nothing why do we need to apologize that our language exists the way it does?
Mhm.
Problematic, quote unquote.
And it was born, it was forged out of the mixture of our cultures. Like, I mean, I'll put it to you this way, okay? Due to certain circumstances in life, I know that my ancestry is Visigothic, okay? The Germanic people that at one point colonized the Iberian Peninsula and mixed with the Celtiberian Roman citizens, okay? And there was what became Spanish. The concept of the Visigothic kingdom, their culture, is part of the reason why we have such a distinct marcation on the male and female, you know? And Spanish culture as a whole is already born out of the mixture of cultures. Because, I mean, first it was colonized by the people who were ancestors of the Basque people. Then came the Iberians. Then came the Celts. Then came the Romans. Then came the Visigoths. Then came the how you call them? The Moors.
Moors, yeah.
My mom's family is of Moorish origin. My dad's family is of Spanish origin. My parents' families were literally killing themselves during those 500 years.
Yeah,
Okay?
I think I'm pretty sure I could say with at least some utmost certainty that every member on this panel is or has an ancestor who was of black descent.
Oh!
Myself included, definitely.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Got a handful.
Yeah, you got a handful.
My biggest sadness in life is that because my skin is light, I'm denied my blackness.
Oh.
I'm only first generation American. My father and mother came from the Dominican Republic. If I were going to be completely fair, just for the sake of argument, one could say I'm 1/3 Taino Indian. I'm
yeah.
1/3 Spaniard. I'm 1/3 African slave. There is a very high chance I have more pure African slave blood than the people that deny me my blackness. And that makes me sad.
You know, that's kind of true when you think about it.
Mm-hmm. I
Like-
mean,
Sad. Like, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, that's in my heart. Like, you've denied me being black. I don't say it very often, but like I would dare say that I'm black. My grandmother was completely black. Dominican, Hispanic, yeah. But my grandmother was a black woman.
Yeah.
I mean, there's actually a comedian in TikTok, Lucas something. I can't remember his name right now. His mom is black. He's white as a sheet. Okay, and that can happen in genetics because his dad is white. So that's not a problem. But he told a story about how uncomfortable it was when they asked him if he had, you know, because he was in a college context where everybody was white, and he couldn't explain to people that he's technically interracial, even though he didn't look like it. You know, and it makes me think your story as well. It's like how many people have heritage and sometimes because of certain concepts, they're denied that heritage. I mean, 40% of my blood is indigenous Quechua. Okay, but if people look at me and tell me where I'm from, they will most likely say I'm from European descent, not from Quechua. Even though if you see my dad, he's clearly Quechua. You see my grandfather and my uncles, they're clearly Quechua. You know, it's
Yeah.
like that. Meanwhile, my mom, I got more from her. So it's like, okay. And if you see my sister, the only thing she has inherited was a bit of a darker tone from my dad, but that's it. It wasn't even the full shade. But she doesn't have the facial features either. So at the end, it's like, if you just look at us, you would say we don't have a single drop of indigenous blood. And sometimes it feels sad because it's like people sort of misconstrued what you are, your origins, everything, and put you in a certain role just because of that. It's the same thing. Like here, like this is something I also talk with Pablo. Like how indigenous communities here in the continent are very insular in their nature. So if you don't look like them, they will push you out, even if you are their blood.
Yeah, and that aggravates me too. My ancestry, I'm 1% European Jew. I have lots of indigenous and Basque, but I also have 2% English Wales, Northwestern Europe, 10% French, 2% Italian, 2% Irish and Scottish, a lot of Spanish and Portuguese and indigenous Mexican, and then 2% Northern African. So literally, it's like if there is a color out there outside of Asian, I have it somewhere in my system, and it's like, but nobody would ever count me as that except for whatever color I pass for. So.
Exactly, and that's I'll be honest, that's fucked up because it's like it's a clear problem. Still claiming 100% polar, bro. It's something that it's stupid how limiting it is, because when you think about it, like for example, again touching the fact that we're like Latino culture, it's like it's already by its own nature, it's a hegemony of many cultures. You know, it's not just one thing; it's many things. Like yes, our language connects us, our religion connects us in most cases. Our historical background of who we're part of our ascendancy is from also connects us, but there's even expressions that still connect us all together, even though it doesn't feel like it because we say in different ways. Okay. But then we have different forms of expressing the same exact thing. I mean, look, for example, the avocado, right? Spanish, we have avocado, aguacate, palta in Peru. It's the same bloody vegetable.
You're right, because Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, the faucet. Dominicans say la llave. Puerto Ricans say la pluma. Same damn thing.
We lost you there.
You lost me?
Thing went silent, so I was like, what happened?
Oh no, it's I'm sorry, I was responding to the chat. I'm sorry.
No, but I was hearing la llave, and then I was waiting for the Puerto Rican way, and I was like, what happened?
La pluma.
Oh my god. Here we call it caño.
You know what I mean? And
yes, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like
we're not even among Hispanics. We're not a monolith.
And even like, for example, the concept of the word Latino and Hispanic has to be very clear cut. This is something we've also talked about, because Hispanic, yes, it means that you're descendant. You can be a Latino and not be Hispanic, because Hispanic means you're speaking one of the tongues of the Iberian Peninsula, Hispania. You speak either Spanish or Portuguese, right? Because they're from the same peninsula.
Right.
But Latino also takes into account people from Haiti, for example. They're Latinos because they speak French.
Yep.
They're Romance language. They're a brother in either way. So it's like they're still Latinos, but it's the stupid thing that I don't get when they make these, like, between the tags, or they make certain cultural norms as the established way that the Latinos are. Like, no offense to you, teacher historian, but I mean, like, for example, how they try to make us all Latinos be Mexican.
Yep.
We're all they ask us, sombreros? No, motherfucker, we were chuños.
But that's the thing, man. I've said this for years and years, man. People are very comfortable with labels and boxes because that's where they like to put you. I mean, and we're not even just talking about race necessarily. It's like what you like. It's not enough that I like metal. Somebody's gonna say, "Well, what kind of metal do you like? Black metal? Do you like death metal? Do you like new metal? Do you like new wave British heavy metal? metal?
Glam metal.
Yeah, glam metal. Do you like industrial metal?
No. Which one's the Finnish death metal?
Yeah, the Finnish death metal. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is they're always coming up with new categories to try to fit every individual band, and they're just hoping that that will be a big enough category that they can actually lump things into. Because every time you have something that's outside of what they can categorize with something else, they're gonna want to put a label on it and put it in a box somewhere. You know,
Gotta put it in a box, and they have to use that somehow to sort of invalidate whatever you are, even if there's a clear link. Like whether we're talking about race, ethnicity, nationality, brand of like which anime you like, it came out before this year, after this year, this type of metal, that type of metal. It's like it's never just enough for people to be people and for us to experience folks in a genuine way. It's always has to be, oh well, you're this, and I'm gonna look at you and assume everything about you because this one thing, and even if we have it in common, it's not exactly like mine. So mine is right, yours is wrong. You go over there.
exactly.
And it's just head ass, and I'm just tired of it.
It is.
Oh god.
And like, you know, the truth of it is we should be looking at each other going, okay, so you like prequel Star Wars? All right. You know, I don't agree with you. I don't like prequel Star Wars, but you know what? You're pretty okay for somebody who likes the prequel Star Wars.
I like
You know what I mean? What?
I think he said he liked the prequels.
I just said I like the prequels.
You like the prequels? I like the prequels. Yeah. Prequels were okay. The
Excuse
Disney
me while I
trilogies.
call the Inquisition to burn the heretics.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a reaction most people have. Oh no, I still remember one thing that that once somebody asked me, and that's like I thought that's the most.
Diego,
I wouldn't call it racist.
Wait, Diego, you just committed a racism because you're a Hispanic calling for an inquisition. That's racist.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, man? Do better.
Yeah,
Do better.
I'm Catholic, and I'm the Pope. I can
you're
declare
Catholic.
Inquisition.
Oh,
You're
God.
Catholic? Oh, you already canceled. You can't do better.
Know what?
I know.
Let's unperson him. Everyone, please unperson Diego. He doesn't exist anymore.
I wanted no less than 100 accounts to tweet for him to delete his account every second on the second. That is the new that is in everyone's NPC download pack for the next week.
Shake it.
Yes, and we must dox him so that he can get no more employment with anybody.
Exactly. If he gets hired in 20 years at Burger King, you're all fired because you didn't do your jobs.
Yes.
Bigots.
And if you disagree, you're a misogynist phobe.
Exactly.
Like you're an
Istanophobe.
I can't even and like hate me.
There.
Like I am unable to can, so that puts me higher than you, Troy, on the progressive stack because you can't even, but I'm unable to can. So how about you check your fucking privilege and shut your mouth?
Oh my god! Did you understand that once upon a time, someone of your status held me hostage to a question I didn't have to? Like,
you know what? I don't even have the mental space to do the emotional labor that is this argument. Okay, how about you go
even look at my
why you're wrong? Okay,
there's so many things wrong with me, and you're like arguing.
Blockchain. Let's just blockchain everybody.
This whole chat is just one big microaggression. I can't do this right now. Okay?
Oh wait. Is this you? Is this you? I think you need to stop, go outside, and touch grass.
Go touch grass.
Okay, well,
you need to touch asphalt. Today's been a learning experience. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk and donate to my Patreon because this is the only lesson you get for free. Okay, I do not educate oppressors for free. Okay, so matter of fact, you're all being billed right now. That's $5.99.99 because I don't do emotional labor for free.
Wow, so the trolls finally showed up. I'm muting this. Okay, and I'm gonna go private. Because clearly I was right.
Okay, how about you catch up, okay? Because I muted this before we even started. So I'm just saying this because I already know everything. I know you better than you know yourself, okay? Because you're an oppressor. I know you better than you know yourself. So,
He used the
how about-
oppressor.
Ooh, now here's
He
what
used the card.
Yes,
give
he
you
used the
a-
oppressor card.
random news subject. I'm gonna act like everything I said an hour ago doesn't even exist. Did you guys know this? OMG! It's
Okay. Guys, you want to know my answer to all this?
What?
There was food, motherfuckers.
Oh my
God.
god, did you just call me a motherfucker? Ah, jeez.
uh-oh. The incel
That
showed
term
up.
is
You're
sexist,
implying
racist,
I am
and ableist.
incestuous? Oh no. I have mental health issues, sir. That is very, very inappropriate of you to say that.
Yo,
Excuse
why
me?
is that like a badge of honor now?
Mental health
Oh,
issues?
Like
God
why-
wills
like,
it. That's all I'm
being
gonna
fu-
say.
Like, I'm pretty fucked up, and I just don't talk about it. Like, I don't understand. Like, I really don't understand this whole, like, oh, hey, shit's going wrong with me, so I'm, like, better than you. What? Like, what?
It's a mental mechanism for
Gotta
them to
brag
try to
about it, right?
justify that they're better than us because
Brag
they
about
are
being
better.
neurodivergent. That's the term
Like,
the kids
I have
use to do
so
that
many
thing.
problems that I don't bother mentioning because it's like, who cares? And I don't mean like to me, I mean literally like, who's gonna even give a fuck about my problems?
Well, you know, the other day, myself and another lesbian neurodivergent, we were talking to
good
a
word.
group of people, and we were trying to educate them, and one of them actually came out and said, I feel like I'm this gender today, and we applauded them. We are making
Brilliant.
strides.
Now, I know you're joking, but in my existence, there's plenty of days where I wake up and I decide who I am and what I am.
Right.
And anybody that would see me on a day-to-day would understand what I'm saying.
And 6, I don't think that's
Like, not my personality, though.
Yeah, see, that's
Do you get
the
what I'm saying?
difference.
Like, that's like, I don't know, that's probably the last thing I would describe myself as. And that's like to give someone a heads up.
I think more than anything, okay, because this is from what 6 said, that they try to make it not shameful to discuss mental health, but I don't think that's the thing. Okay, yes, it shouldn't be shameful. You should be able to express yourselves, how you're feeling, freely without having to be judged how you feel, or if you suffer a proper mental condition. Okay, you should feel like you shouldn't feel ashamed because of that. It's unfortunately, as I said before, Deus vult, that God willed that if you had to be like that, it has to be like that. Okay, so it shouldn't be like that. But I think that they're more trying. I think it's more like they want to have something so people pity them, so people give them attention, so people can actually, but also it's like not like feel sorry for them, give them attention, but at the same time, not be able to, bark at
Snap
them per
back at
se.
them.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Respond at them and sort of act like a shield for them, and that's why people mock the whole idea of, you're not privileged or respect my privilege or whatever, it's like, because it's like, how do I put it?
Oh,
I know.
And now appearing on this channel, White Devil.
I heard there is some minorities here to oppress.
Oh, my buddy.
What's up?
Hey, Joe.
How dare you?
You guys seem like you were having some fun. I thought I'd
I
stop
have a
by.
question now. If I'm 60% white, does that mean I oppress only 60% of the time?
Yes, you are living in
Yes.
self-oppression.
You are officially ordained into the patriarchy.
Excellent. Indo Latin America already does that.
Well, I would just like to insert my own privilege here and say that as a straight cis black man. I am the white people of black people. So technically, I'm white too. So guess
Ooh.
what? Guess this is just turning into one big old oppressor train.
Oh no.
One drop rule. If you have any white in you, then you are one of my people.
Uh-oh.
But if you have any black in you, you're also not.
Yeah, the rule works how we say it.
The rules make no sense.
Well, that's because the goalposts keep getting moved every time, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can't even
I
put
don't
it
get
in
it
the
now.
ground. They just
I
lean
mean-
it against the fence.
I want to ask,
Go.
anybody remembers the 90s when nobody gave a rat's ass?
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Mhm.
The 90s
Oh,
were
yeah.
the best.
They were the greatest.
They literally were. And I was on Twitter, I think it was a couple months back, but I remember I just said, like, I saw someone was just like, people need to stop pretending that the 90s were ever actually good in any way. And I was just like, dude, the 90s was like the happiest time of my entire life. It was the best time ever.
Six. Now that is, you are implying that pumpkin spice is only for straight white women, and I would like to say unequivocally that I also like pumpkin spice as a Hispanic male. Thank you.
Cultural appropriation much?
I love
Ooh.
Check it.
spice.
I can't say much. I'm a proper Southern boy of Peru. Spice is foreign to us in that sense.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of like a white girl sometimes. Just
Now you tell me you go to Starbucks to the mall.
no. Fuck Starbucks. I go to Dunkin'.
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
didn't
God.
pumpkins-
Dunkin' Dude Nuts?
Yep.
Well,
Like my
I could-
donuts.
Merch.
Merch.
she fucking hates pumpkin spice. I think pumpkins actually didn't they originate over in Mexico? Originally, like calabaza and all that.
Yes.
So yeah, cultural appropriation. You stole my people's cuisine.
Oh, God.
I love what you guys were saying earlier about like everyone putting everyone in boxes, and I
Yes.
just love not being in a box. Anytime someone tries to put me in a box, I just will like kick and scream and do everything in my power to break out of it. Yeah, I'm just no good at not rebelling. I'm very rebellious. I may look like the clean cut, blonde haired, blue eyed, straight white male, Aryan.
Yes,
super
you are.
but I'm all that and much more. I mean, I don't understand why anybody even wants to be in a box. To be honest, it's completely beyond my comprehension.
Simple. They're simple-minded. They need to because it's too much for them. They get scared. And unfortunately, the security blankets, also known as my safe space, doesn't work when, they say, it's my safe space, you can't enter. You know what a Latino says usually? He kicks down the door and says, Calla puta.
Mhm.
Yes, it's true.
Calla puta.
I had a friend who was Brazilian in college, so I do know what that means.
I don't
Oh.
wanna, I don't
Ironically,
really
I
I
go
don't
ahead.
want to put Latinos out there like that, but we have some opinions about other races too. You know what I mean?
We do.
Yeah.
We don't get along with each other either. I've had
No.
Mexican guys tell me is that
among
you're
others, it's
Cuban?
worse.
Yeah, you're a lazy island Mexican.
Oh,
You're
Wow.
lazy
You
island
wanna-
I
Hispanic.
want to remind everybody, I'm Dominican, and amongst Hispanics / Latinos, we're Dominicans are the black people
Yeah,
of Latino culture.
See,
that's okay.
I
We
can't
all
even
hate the
follow
Puerto
all this.
Ricans too.
Yeah.
Did you say Puerto Ricans too?
Yes. All
No, it's true.
Hispanics. We hate the Puerto Ricans.
It's true. I know
But
white Puerto Ricans though.
no, but you want to know why we don't like Puerto Ricans supposedly?
Why?
Because they are the Americans' little.
Yep, they're
bitch.
born citizens.
Oh,
And that's why most Latinos have when people complain about like Puerto Ricans, it's like basically this idea is like they're citizens by birth, but at the same time they're not even a country, but
They
they're
can't
not a
vote.
part of the US. So it's like
yeah.
you're nothing.
Yo, somebody once made a joke and they were like, Puerto Rico's a tax write-off. I'm sorry, Puerto Ricans. I don't mean it.
Oh,
Oh God,
that's harsh, but
that's
true.
Panama.
Oh,
Ooh.
shots fired.
I
Wow.
work in tax and transfer pricing. I can actually say that.
I didn't say you're wrong, but wow.
Nope. Wow.
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 I mean,
Wow.
I mean that's the funny thing. It's like
Okay with the
you know,
Oilers.
people think we're a monolith. People think
We're
that
not.
we're not. It's like
We're
you know
not.
how many years it took us. Like Peruvians and Chileans hate each other's guts
Look,
because of the
No.
war from the 19th century.
it's not my fault. White people allowed themselves to just be the same thing. You know what I mean? Italians are not the Swedish. The Swedish are not the Anglos. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like, there's a lot of diversity amongst white people, and they were
There
just
is.
like, no, we're all just the same thing.
And they don't even all get along. It's like the Norwegians don't like
No!
the Swedes.
No, they don't.
I think it's because we just don't care. Like I think it's because we're literally too lazy. We're too
No, I
lazy to
don't
keep up
think-
with like who hates who. I'm just like I can't even
No,
I can't even deal with it.
I'm not like, I'm not lumping you, but you know what I'm saying? There's this homogenous white, like, race that people just accepted.
Keep digging your grave. Okay. Racist.
No, I hate everyone equally.
Shut up. You love me.
But no, what I'm trying to say is, there's a lot of diversity in the white race.
Yeah, well, apparently black people are white now too if they if they vote a certain way.
Oh,
Uh,
the black, the white supremacy. Oh no,
oh dear.
Can't.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Hey, guys, check it out. I got to get ready to roll. But this has been freaking awesome. You are
Animaine,
all...
we gotta catch up sometime. You gotta jump on a Science Wizard stream at some point. We'll get to know each other a little better.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Shoot me to whatchamacallit on Ye Old Bird app, and we'll chat it up, and we'll set a time and everything, because all y'all up here, all y'all are absolute mad lads. Every time I come on the show, I never feel out of place. I never really feel that nervous. It's just like I just feel like a fucking glove. So yeah, this was awesome. Definitely keep coming back.
Well,
Definitely want to talk to all of y'all just more, because you just all dope ass individuals.
Well, I mean, and that's what I try to do, man. My show is, I want you to come and hang out at the lunch table, like back when you were in school, and we could all hang out and like nerd over our shit and talk.
Yeah, except this time I'm actually wanted at the lunch table, so I don't have to,
It actually does kind of feel like that.
Yeah,
it's like high school, but they actually want me to sit here.
I hung out with the other losers.
Hey, I actually hung out with practically everybody in high school. I did not have a clique. I just kind of like melded into whatever clique I was closest to at any given moment.
Yeah, that was me. And when they didn't all get up and move or kick me out, I just stayed there, and they became my friends.
I actually hung out with all the outcasts who weren't in all the other cliques, but we were cool because we all liked role playing games, and we all read like Piers Anthony books and stuff like that, and we could nerd out amongst each other and have those conversations, like oh, I bet you Wolverine could whoop Hulk's ass and all that, those were the best days.
I spent most of my time in the computer lab writing fan fiction.
I hung out with all the other kids that didn't fit in with who they were supposed to. So mine was a clique of like, oh, well, I'm Spanish, but the other Spanish guys don't like me. Oh, well, I'm black, but the black kids don't get me. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, me and you would have got along great, because I won't black enough for most of the black kids. I won't nerdy enough for the nerds, and just yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was too white to be
No, no,
accepted by the Mexicans. So
Oh, I'm too black for this. I'm too white for that. I'm too Hispanic for that.
This sounds like prison.
Yes.
You guys are describing prison.
Guys. At least
Diego.
yours was defined by your race. Mine was defined just by the sheer fact I was not born in the country, even though I genetically like them.
wow, that does suck.
Yeah.
That
That's like a
hurts.
whole level.
Yes, it's because it's like you're my people. You're not one of us. You were born outside, foreigner.
Oh no.
Like, I guess that's the skin folk, not kinfolk phrase, right?
I mean, it's like,
The bear says we all taste like pork.
no, it's chicken. Chicken.
We got a cannibal in the chat.
That's Popeyes. Okay, don't be having me taste like no KFC.
No, he's right. He's right though. We do taste like pork. That's why in cannibal culture they call us long pork.
Long pork, long pig. Yes.
How
And
the
I
hell
agree,
do you know
KFC
that?
is shit.
I read stuff. It's not just comic books. Come on. Fit in a
Still,
few other things every once in a
What
while.
books are you reading? And KFC in Peru does not suck. It's actually good.
Impossible. That's because you don't have a Popeyes or a Church's.
Exactly.
Yo, I heard
Get up
Popeyes.
on this Popeye.
Oh, I
No,
heard that the
Popeyes?
McDonald's in China tastes exactly like the McDonald's here did back in the 80s.
That's
Well,
a thing.
I can
Also-
confirm that a Big Mac in Japan does taste the same as it does over here.
Mm.
Okay, and I can confirm because I've eaten both. The chicken in the US, I don't know what the hell they do to that poor animal, but just you can taste the misery when you eat each bite. But here in Peru, they're more happy.
They die happy, which means they taste better.
Yes.
They die
Man.
happy.
I wonder if that's true to some degree. But then there's some cultures say that like if they die in pain, then that makes them taste better. So who can say?
Yeah.
Maybe
But I'm
they're
out.
happier.
I gotta go, guys. So y'all be good, and shout out to everybody in the chat room. Can't wait to come back next time. Josh, hit me up with that thing, and everybody else,
You know
y'all
it.
have a good night.
Animaine, it's been great having you, man. You take good care and you have a great night.
All right, this is
Take it easy.
Yeah. Now, I have one important question.
Okay.
We were talking about the cliques. How would you find a clique of people who are not outcasts, but at the same time do not want to match the social norms of the rest of the group?
Oh, I don't know. I found them just because they all hung out together. I mean, we were the guys who, some of us didn't wear deodorant, some of us wore funny hats, and some of us wore shirts that were not the right size for them, But we all got along.
I mean, like my friends, you wouldn't call them like the outcast because some of them, grew up with the people who ostracized me, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were like the normies. Mm-hmm. Others were more the popular guys. Others were more, a bit distant, but not necessarily pushed out, right?
Right.
And they were my friends, and we would hang out together away from everybody. Also, we didn't have a cafeteria, so I think that also helped a bit.
Where did you guys eat?
Last place
In front
I
of our
ever wanted to eat was
lockers?
the cafeteria.
You ate in front of the lockers?
Yeah, we just warm up our lunches and eat there.
Wow.
Like everybody. It's not like, it's not like, just us. It's everybody would just do that. Because usually the tables were taken over by the seniors. So
Oh, well, that may explain it. Well, we had mixed lunch too, but we had like 3 lunches, A, B, C lunch.
yeah, no, but I mean like lunchtime is the same time for everybody, but there's like only a few number of tables that were in front of the concession stand, but where you would heat up your food or where you would buy your food.
Mm-hmm.
So, but until there wasn't that much space, so most people just ate near the lockers, and that's it.
Yeah, we would pretty much just find like an empty hallway. That's all we needed. Didn't matter. Actually, the more secluded, the better, because then nobody will bother us. I'm usually talking about teachers. They were the problem. Other students, like I got along with everybody, but the teachers, I don't know. Teachers they don't like me.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's that whole like free thinking, speaking your mind thing.
Oh, you're problematic.
Yeah, it doesn't gel well with teachers.
Yeah,
I don't know.
you threaten the chaos or the order with your chaos.
Maybe I was lucky. Like, the teachers I had appreciated that from me.
Yeah, that is lucky. Well, I had a few that were pretty good like that. Like one of my English teachers, he was the guy who was like running the improv team, which I was also a part of, and yeah, he was cool. And like, yeah, we could you know, what's the word I'm looking for? We could banter with him too, you know, like you would with any of the other guys, like call each other, you know, names and make fun of each other, and then it's all just like, you know, whatever, it's fun.
Mhm.
But oh my god, the film teacher, fuck, that dude hated me. He hated my
What?
guts so bad.
That's the one guy who probably should have loved you. But
That's what I thought. Like I went into that and I was like, oh, we're doing like a film studies class. We got a film studies class. That's so awesome. I love movies. And this was at a time where I was basically an encyclopedia of movie knowledge. Like I would watch every single trailer for every single movie that was coming out. Like every single trailer, and I knew like all the actors' names, who was in what. Like you know, I was an encyclopedia of film knowledge, like mostly modern stuff because it was, you know, watching new movie trailers and stuff. So it's anything that's like new, but you know, I still had like a repertoire of like a lot of older films I'd known growing up. But then I get to this class, and I'm thinking we're gonna talk about like, you know, movies, like actual films that people enjoy. No, we're watching like artsy fartsy garbage that nobody watches, nobody wants to watch, nobody wants to emulate because nobody watches that crap. And it was just one of the most pretentious, like boring, sleep-inducing nonsense classes I've ever had. I barely passed it. I think he passed me purely because he never wanted to see my face again.
Well, I can tell you, it's a lot of teachers kind of have to labor under a lot of restrictions as far as what they can show and what they can teach and how they can teach it and this, that, and the other. It's
lame.
Yeah, it is, and it's fallen very far from where it was, you know, back even when I was a kid. I have a lot of respect for teachers these days because I know how tough it is. So. And I'll be honest, it's, you know, they tie their hands more and more every year. So it is really a very thankless job. Every sense of the word.
All I'm going to say is I blame all my generation, the millennials, for that shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's y'all crazy bastards that don't understand how to raise children. The fact they have to take tough shit to make them be actual adults.
Hey,
in the end.
Hey, don't get it twisted. A good amount of Gen X fuck their kids up too.
Yeah.
Okay, we also add Gen X to the rate then.
Don't let them get away.
I'm Gen X.
Anybody else we should add in my rant?
Always remember, Kevin Smith is Gen.
Yeah. Sadly.
Man, I used to love Kevin Smith, man.
A lot of those old, like the Seth Rogans, the Jonah Hills.
Yeah.
They threw their shit away, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They pretty much just like threw their entire careers away.
Everything that made them famous and rich. Hold on, customary. Everything that made them rich white men.
Ooh.
They threw away.
Yeah. For the virtue signal. Oh, that sweet, sweet virtue.
And now they act better than us.
Yeah, like Seth Rogen is better than anybody. Stoner.
Like, if he's not a stoner anymore, like, go fuck yourself, bro. You're just like the funny, like, awkward funny dude.
Yeah. No, I think the problem. I think the problem was that we stopped treating the dancing monkeys like dancing monkeys. We got to start treating these dancing monkeys like the goddamn dancing monkeys that they are again.
people devalue themselves. They think that like celebrities and shit are like higher than them. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're what make our normal life go by.
A lot of celebrities are like very broken individuals.
I'm
Yeah.
not even talking about their like personal lives, because go fuck them. Bro, they're here to make funny movies, dramatic movies, action movies. Shut up and make movies.
Yeah. Dance, monkey, dance.
Exactly. I was gonna say, but it's not necessarily like dance, monkey, dance. You know, it's more like perform, you fool. It's your job. You finished working. Okay, now you can be a human being.
No. I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with you. Dance, monkey, dance. Job. That's why you're a millionaire. Dance, monkey, dance.
And frankly, they shouldn't be millionaires. I think they're drastically overpaid.
If you want to be a regular person, give up your millionaire life and be like me. Then you could be a regular person. Then you give your opinion. Shut up. You're only out here because you dance, monkey, dance.
I mean, I have a different perspective, but I think that's also because since I work with Paulie from Latino Slant and his wife is an actress, right? But she's not like, high class actress. She's more.
No. I'm specifically.
You're talking about the A-listers.
Millionaire.
The Hollywoods.
Hollywoods. Monkeys. They're not like. So, ScarJo. ScarJo is mad at Disney. And guess who didn't have ScarJo's back? Me.
Yeah.
Because ScarJo yelled at me many different times.
Right. She spent the last 4 years like crapping all over her fan base. Like, why would we stand by her? Forget
Do you know who crapped on ScarJo? Not me.
Yeah.
But the people that told her she couldn't take specific roles.
Oh, that one I remember.
Oh yeah.
Twice.
Twice. I gotta interject.
And the other one where she was gonna play a specific type of person that I'm not gonna say because I don't want to get in trouble.
I gotta interject, and I gotta take a look. I gotta bring attention to what Snortopoopas Q Burr said.
Yeah.
I just love that name, first of all. So Snortopoopas Q Burr. Thank you for that. But he says actors and entertainers used to be considered about one level above a prostitute at best. And I can honestly say that after the last few years of actually hearing their opinions, I would probably consider them below prostitutes at this point, in my personal opinion.
Okay. This is okay. First things first. That comment, I'm gonna interject as well because unfortunately, being a history nerd, I have to kick in here. That idea that right now Snortopoopas Q Burr said is a very 19th century elitist idea. It's from the social elites. It's not from the commoners. Okay, it's not from the middle class or the commoners idea. Okay,
Diego, I gotta interject. That idea is all the way back from the ancient Greeks and Romans.
Yes, because I was gonna say it's like, but I mean, like the idea that they put there. But I mean, like that there is some views. But I mean, like I'm talking about like in Spanish society, for example. Okay, performers that were in a proper theater company were still viewed at the same level as an artisan. Okay. Now, performers who are street performers, but not like necessarily they're like on the street, juggling things, but more like they may do small plays because they can't participate. They're not part of the company, so they can't go to the theater. But those performers, those are the ones that the analogy comes from. And that's the problem. It's a mixture of things that got all the way back. Because if I remember correctly, there was an empress in ancient Byzantine Rome who became empress after she proved to the world she was a better performer than most.
Well, it's not even just in this culture or that culture. It's also, I mean, in Japan, for example, entertainers were considered to be low class. In fact, which is kind of part of where the whole Yakuza came from. But kabuki was considered to be vulgar. Actors were considered to be low class, and and even as far into like, I don't know if it's still prevalent to this day. Attitudes may have changed, but I know that all the way up into the 60s, a lot of actors and actresses who had some Chinese in them or some other Asian that was not Japanese could usually only find work as actors and actresses. So chances are pretty good if you like old Sentai and all that from the 60s, 70s, and early 80s. Chances are pretty good that one or more of those actors probably had a non-Japanese background because they were like less than full Japanese citizens in the eyes of the regular Japanese. It was that whole racism thing going into it.
I think the whole point that I was trying to get to is that, he was saying that actors, tended to be they weren't like considered to be high society. They weren't considered to be, something to aspire to and look up to. But that perception has definitely changed in the modern age. And there's a lot of people that look up to them. They, aspire to be them. They're considered to be part of high society. And I feel like, they've gotten to that sort of breaking point with that perception. And I feel like there's nowhere to go but down back to that that lower opinion status that they used to be at. And a lot of people like myself are definitely starting to view them as definitely lesser than because of their insistence on their antics outside of the screen.
And that's kind of a difference in the times and the social media as much as anything else, because it's like back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, even all the way up to the 80s, you pretty much, the only way you could judge an actor was by who they were on screen and by the very few interviews and things like that they gave, or any public problems that they had, or people who knew them and would tell all. But nowadays, they jump up on Twitter and they just bare their ass to the public and show you exactly who they are, and it's just kind of like, wow, I thought you were smart, but you're really kind of a fucking idiot, aren't you?
Right, or just like one of the worst human beings you could possibly imagine. It's like everything out of their mouth is just like the most horrid thing you could possibly imagine. And I used to be like, when I was younger, I used to watch like Siskel and Ebert all the time. I would watch like all the Entertainment Tonight, all the interviews and stuff. And that's the thing, like they always put their best face forward. They always had like, what was it, like a manager or something who would be like, you got to stay on your best behavior and something like that. And whenever an actor did something that was outlandish or crazy or something, that was out of the ordinary. That was like a shock. That was like the big story. Nowadays, it's more of a story if they're actually well behaved.
These days, it's rarity. If they're out of line, it's like, it's a Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. Haley Joel Osment's like, oh, I just like was drunk driving and killed 2 people, and it's just like, yeah, so
yeah, you're not the first one,
Right, exactly.
I mean, I think that's also why, for example, Chris Pratt is one of those few actors that people really, I would say not bond, but connect with, because he's a very, he's like, I do my work, and then I go home, and I'm the, the dad, the Christian, the proper follower of my faith, proper citizen kind of guy. He reminds me of what T-Shirt Storm mentioned, like, the actors of the older days.
Yeah, working Joes. Like, it's a job.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's why people connect to him, because like he is very much like a working Joe. He is, and I respect him more than most actors because he is the monkey that dances. He does his dance. he goes home and he does his own thing, and he keeps that he generally keeps like his own private life out of the limelight. You know, he just he does his thing at home, whatever. I don't care. That's his thing, and then he does his dance. Perfect.
I genuinely have a great dread that someday we will find out something just totally horrific about Keanu Reeves that will just destroy everybody's. Because so far he seems like to be like one of the few actors in Hollywood who actually genuinely seems to be a decent human being, and I really don't want that to ever change.
Yeah. No. People who have met him, he's actually, he actually is what he seems.
Mm-hmm.
There's even a joke, which is not a joke. He actually sometimes when if he had to go to work and he was in New York, he would take the subway.
Oh yeah, you'd see pictures.
They offered him
of
a car, and he
all
was
the
like,
time.
"Nah, I'm taking the subway." Also, for example, I didn't know about this. Tom Cruise, the dude, after he talks to you, he asks you about your birthday. Even after you interviewed him years ago, he will still remember your birthday and will send you a birthday cake.
That's interesting.
I was surprised. I never thought Tom Cruise would be that kind of guy. But so people who talk with him, they say he's very committed to his work as a job, right?
Wow.
Yes, he's also committed to his church, like a proper religious person would be. Will not say anything about this church.
Nope.
Okay. But also that he's an actual genuine human being. Like when he talks to you, the interview is supposed to be about him, but he cares more about you.
That's
and
cool.
to the point that years later, it's like, comes your birthday, and it's like, what's this? You got like a special delivery, a cake from Happy Birthday from Tom Cruise.
Wow.
Now the scary part is how he finds the addresses. That's what I'm scared about.
Oh, well, he is Tom Cruise. He has a network.
Yeah, but I mean,
and to think
that
I didn't
surprises
like
you.
the guy, but
I know, but I mean that surprises. It's because how his church is, and the whole Katie Holmes thing that screwed up people's perception of him. Okay, that's part of the reason why people thought he was crazy, a proper loony.
Well, guilty.
But at the end, it's like he is crazy, but he's one of those crazy people. Even though he's crazy, if you talk with him and you actually have a conversation with him, he will take an interest in you. Even though he shouldn't, he will.
All right.
So it's
well, we got about 8 minutes till I have to hang things up here. Shall we get around to plugging everybody's channels and websites and things?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a blast, guys. I really have. Troy, thank you very much for coming on. I super duper appreciate it, and I really do apologize for fucking up the time.
We're fine. We're fine. I'm over it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean,
All right.
No,
have you ever met Paulie?
Yeah, he's met Paulie. The first time I had Troy on my show, Paulie was there. In fact, I asked Paulie to come on again tonight, but he said he hasn't read the comics yet, and he wants to wait until he reads the comics, and then he'll have us all over on Latino Slant.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. If he ever wants to, because I think it would be fun to have him on Latino Slant as well. Because Paulie did show your comics, Juan Solo. I mean, Juanpool. I mean,
Juan Solo.
Juan Solo.
I'm sorry, I got confused because I was actually reading somebody.
Juan Solo?
Is that I was watching somebody who did a webcomic about Juan Solo Mexican.
Why would you say that?
I'm sorry, I got confused for a second.
I have to draw that.
I was about to say that'd be a nice follow up.
Oh, Juanpool and Juan Solo, the dynamic duo.
Oh, you just fucking destroyed.
Like where he's like kind of crouched down like that with the gun up.
Like
I'm sorry, I have moments where I give people ideas sometimes as teacher and historian.
Oh no, you just killed my mind.
Oh, everyone went quiet all of a sudden.
Juan Solo.
Oh, it's me.
Juan Solo. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's a very Star Wars like Latino joke we do here, Peru.
Like. Princess Leia was like, "I love you," and he said, "Yes."
No. Sí, señorita.
Sí, no, es cierto.
Well, you know the joke we make over here is, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
No. Darth Vader. I like him.
It's okay.
Juan
He's a
solo
good dad.
says, it's okay. He pay good money.
Oh man.
All right.
Let me just stop.
Oh, all right. Oh, Troy, I know you're not on camera. Just tell us about your. I put up links. You can talk about your work or your Twitter or whatever you need to. Here.
You can follow me at MRMBQBOY, Mr. MBQ Boy. I have links to Patreon and all that good stuff over there. If you want to support me and keep me going as an artist, that would be great. I would appreciate you. Or you could just go over there and see how I just talk about shit.
Yeah, well, like I said, I retweet so much of your stuff because honestly, I consider it to be very profound.
I just, not gonna lie, I just say what's on my mind at any given time.
All right, and Diego.
Okay, the usual spiel. You can find me on, as my name says, Midnight's Edge Espanol. We are the Spanish channel of Midnight's Edge. We have streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The content is primarily in Spanish, just as a warning. But we do have some segments in English because of Polly. And we also have, streams, videos that are from the main channel translating to Spanish, and our occasional, deep dive discussions, as well as I want to plug the fact that Polly will have a fun stream tomorrow where he's having a very interesting guest to talk about the concept of Viva la Raza.
Ooh.
So hope to see you guys there because it'll actually be fun.
I wish we could be there because if I weren't working, I would definitely do it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could call in sick.
No calling in sick. You gotta be responsible.
Oh. Yeah, I do. I have to be good and work.
Yes.
All right, and Josh, I see you've got a. There we go.
Yeah. I'm Josh, the amazing animator. You can find me on Twitter at JoshAnimator. And of course, I am the owner and operator of Science Wizard Comics, who publishes good old Juanpool. And I am the artist for the upcoming Pineapple Pizza Man through Science Wizard Comics, written by Theron Kurth as well. I've got a Ko-Fi where I'm raising funds for a cover by a really awesome artist for my secret comic that I'm going to be working on as soon as I finish the first issue of Pineapple Pizza Man. That's going to be a free physical comic that I'm going to be just giving away because I want to make this comic because it's awesome. It's amazing. It's a dream come true. And I think when people discover what exactly the secret comic is, they're going to realize exactly why I have to and why I want to give it away for free.
Nice. Well, all right, gentlemen. I've had a great time. I'm so glad I was able to get all you to come and hang out with me for a few hours. And, what can I say? It's been my absolute pleasure. I guess I should probably promote myself really quick since we've got a little bit of time. But I am the T-shirted historian, and you can usually catch me on my weekly show on Saturdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, where I try to stay positive about a increasingly negative pop culture existence. But I do my best. We do bitch and complain a little bit, but it's kind of like when you turn on that hose for the first time, you got to let all the shitty water pump out first, then you can get to all the good stuff. So it is what it is. I also host Dungeons and Discussions on Tuesday mornings at 9 a.m. Although currently our season has ended. My co-host Grim is ill at the moment, and hopefully he'll be returning to work with me soon. And we'll definitely have a whole nother season full of fun TTRPG examinations. And, and then, of course, I have streams like this one where I find independent creators, I push their stuff, and I try to remind you out there that pop culture is still good. There is still good things in it. And we need to focus in on the positive side of what we love. and kind of minimize the negative, because I don't want to do free advertising for shit that I hate. And as Troy so succinctly puts it, don't give people money who hate you, or don't give people who hate you your money. Isn't that right?
That's why you got to support you now.
People that hate you.
Yes, don't support people that hate you.
And we love you, so take with that what you will.
Yes, we do. All right, folks. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll wrap it up with the outro. And by the way, yes, check out Faderhead's Kickstarter, because one of these days we might actually get Sammy onto this channel. Bye-bye.
Inside this coat, I search till I fall for you, inside this coat. I'm still searching for you. I'm still searching for you. From dirt to the sky, I'm still searching for you. I've seen you inside this coat. I run till I know you. Inside my heart, but now I'm still searching for you.